Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review for today's Matchday Live with myself, and of course, I'm joined by Billy Bob as well, ahead of the game at the City Ground against Nottingham Forest this afternoon. Of course, big game this for Newcastle United after drawing 4-4 last weekend against Luton Town. But as usual, before we get going, if you do enjoy today's show, please do give it the thumbs up button. Very important we keep those coming in on the channel. And of course, if you're new and you want to take part in today's show, you do have to be a subscriber if you want to take part in the chat. So why not be a subscriber anyway? Come and join us as we head towards 28,000 now on the channel by hitting the subscribe button. It is free to do so. And also, don't forget to hit the notification bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload any future videos. You can also become a member of the channel if you do so wish by clicking the join button just underneath me and Billy. And of course, donations are available if you want to donate to the channel today by hitting that $ under the live comments. And that will, of course, get your comment guaranteed to be read out on the show. Good afternoon, Mr. Billy Bob.
Afternoon.
Right, we may as well get straight into this because I'm pissed off, and I think people already know that. This is how we line up this afternoon. We, of course, go with Dubravka, Trippier, Share, Botman, Dan Burn starts, Bruno Longstaff, Miley, Almiron, Gordon, and Wilson. Gordon is fit, Billy, which is nice to see. Eddie played a blinder in his press conference yesterday, saying he hadn't trained all week when he, in fact, had trained on Thursday and Friday. I'm not sure how I feel about him telling porky pies in a press conference, but at the same time, you can understand it. So Wilson will be through the middle, Gordon on the left, and Almiron on the right. That's how it'll look. We go with substitutes bench of Karius, Dummett, Lascelles, Ritchie, Barnes, Kraft, Hall, Livramento, and Jacob Murphy. What do you make of it, Billy?
Well, I did say in the aftermath of last Saturday's game, when we played Luton, at 10-5, that Dan Burn will be in the side this week, and there he is. People have kind of said the same thing since, but yeah, he's in, and he trusts him, and that's his trusted way to go. So, we can't doubt him until the game's finished. But to me, it seems fairly obvious that against the pace, Livramento would be a better fit, but Dan Burn's in because Eddie Howe trusts him. I don't know.
Well, obviously, we hope that Dan Burn has a good game, but if he doesn't,
undoubtedly, yeah, it's a different game away from home.
For me,
I don't think we're going to press as much. I don't think it's not going to be such an intense press, which means we'll be a little bit deeper and they should be a little bit covered for him. But that's on paper. When the reality comes in, when we see the Forest lineup, we'll see there's a big mismatch there.
Yep. And this is indeed how Nottingham Forest line up. Matt Sell starts, former Newcastle United keeper. They've got Tavares, Williams, Awomni, Gibbs, White, Hudson-Odoi, Dominguez, Niakate, Elanga, Yates, Murillo. What you do see about that start 11 for Forest, Billy, is pace, and more pace.
And indeed, they're stronger than what they were at St James's because Awomni is a far better player than Chris Wood will ever be. They've got pace, power, which Chris Wood doesn't have. But they also have that little line of three behind them, all with pace, with Gibbs White's creativity. It's a recipe for disaster, in my opinion, unless we play to the utmost of our ability, which of course we can do. It's
well, we can.
We'll win the game, but I mean, tactically, it looks to me like Nuno's kind of got it over ready in a minute. I've got to say, just before the game starts.
Well, listen, I'm scared, Billy, I have to say, because there's so much pace in that Forest side. But again, it is away from home this time. And obviously, our away form, if we play like we did at Villa, then we will win the game. I'm under no illusion about that. But
100%.
I'm worried about the pace again. And I'm sure that obviously, the Forest manager will have a look at that right-hand side and think, we'll go with pace down there. Just to recap, you won the Premier League scores from today. The lunchtime kickoff finished Manchester City 2, Everton 0. Everton playing basically a 1-10 for most of that game, but City came through in the end. Fulham 3, Bournemouth 1 at Craven Cottage. At Anfield, it finished Liverpool 3, Burnley 1. At Kenilworth Road was Luton 1, Sheffield United 3. I'm a little bit surprised about that result, Billy, I have to say.
Well, given what happened last Saturday, It's as if Luton had turned off, think they've got an easy game coming and underestimated Sheffield United.
Yeah, indeed. Tottenham 2, Brighton 1. Tottenham coming back from being a goal down at half time. And at Molineux, Wolves 0, Brentford 2, which is a surprising result for me, given how Wolves have played lately. However, Ivan Toney back on the score sheet for Brentford in that game, scoring their second goal. Just to bring you up to date with the championship from the North East teams, Middlesbrough 1, Bristol City 2, and Sunderland 3, Plymouth 1. Sunderland coming back from a goal down at half time. Well, let's go and have a look at what you guys are saying in the chat, because there's plenty of it going on. Of course, I do apologize if I've missed some of your chat, but it flies through on match days, as you well imagine. Easiest way to accommodate that, of course, is to send in a super chat, and you'll get your comment guaranteed to be read out. Peter says, I hope we get Wilson when he came on. I hope we get the Wilson when he came on in the second half against Luton. I'm quite happy Burn is starting, but think we should have switched to a 5-2-3 this column. Slothy Vlog says, would a draw be a good result? Not for me. I have to say, if we want to be this team that we are supposed to be, then we have to win games against Nottingham Forest. We failed to beat Luton last week, and if we fail to beat Forest, it's just, again, Billy, a recap of a few weeks ago when, of course, lost to Luton away and Forest at home. It could be a double whammy again.
Yeah, we've got to turn up. It's simple as that. We've got to match them for effort, match them for physicality, and then play our way with Bruno controlling things and using our pace with Miggy and with Gordon and with Wilson being a menace down the middle and applying finishing touches to crosses. That's how it's got to work for us. But we have to outwork them first. They've got a very hard-working side, very physical side, one we've got to be careful of. But I think if we play very well, I think we'll win the game.
Yeah. Paul Tully says, if Botman and Shearer are back on form, it will help with Burn, but we can't defend like Luton. Well, for me, though, half the problem with that is, Billy, that Botman is affected by Dan Burn, not the other way around. If Botman's playing well, fair enough, but he's covering for Burn so many times, as is, of course, Anthony Gordon will be today. What I don't want to see is that taken away from Gordon's attacking game because he's helping Dan Burn so much. And that's my worry with Forest having so much pace.
I think, if I'm perfectly honest, I think the only way we can get Dan Burn into that side is if Joe Didden's playing and covers for him, or if Willock's playing and covers for him on the left-hand side of midfield. But with Lewis Miley, he's not athletic enough to cover, to get up and down. He does great things for us, but defending Dan Burn shouldn't be one of them. And to be fair to him, he can't do it, can he?
Gordon being in front of Burns should help him, says Niall. Yeah, it should, but we don't want that to take away from, obviously, Anthony Gordon's game. We want to see Gordon on the attack and pressing and doing what Gordon does best. And, we'll have to wait and see with that one. John Adams, thank you for your super chat over there in New Zealand. Hope you're well. Eddie's press conference was asked about left-back options and didn't even mention Lewis Hall at all. Listen, I give up with Lewis Hall. It's pointless even talking about Lewis Hall at the minute. He's on the bench, and that's his forever story at the moment. And whether that changes or not in the future, we will have to see. Burn left back again. Just seen Eddie Howe or Dia, says Craig. Look, he's taking a massive risk, Billy. We say that sometimes he doesn't take risks. He's taking a huge risk today by doing it. And like I said, a couple of minutes ago, I hope it pays off. I hope Dan Burn has a great game, but I'm worried because if he doesn't, then he's got questions to answer. He really has.
We want to see Dan Burn that played against Aston Villa. Simple as that. Do the simple things. Don't try and do things that you can't do, like volley passes in the opponent's half. Don't try and nod little flick balls with his head inside to players, and instead it goes to opposing players. Just do the simple things. If you're not sure, get it out. It's as simple as that. Dan Burn will never be a technical footballer. He's a fantastic defender. He's all heart. But if he starts trying to do little flicks and little crafty things, little, cute things, that's when he gets found out.
Indeed. Lee Smith says, Paul, what do you think about the blue card? I think it's an absolute farce. I heard Alex and Billy talking about it earlier on in the week. It's just an absolute. I don't know who's making the rules for the football and the game we love and we know and love, but it's gradually being destroyed by these absolute weapons who are making these decisions at the top. I've never heard of anything so absolute stupid in my life. I understand maybe a sin bin to a point, but a blue card, etc., I think it's ridiculous. It just leave football as it is. It's not, that's not the side of football that is broken at all. There is more important things in football that are broken and need looking at. Introducing a blue card for me is an absolute monstrosity of a move, right? A complete monstrosity. So definitely no for me. Looney Tunes says Alanga is going to have a field day like he had in the reverse fixture. Eddie never learns. Geordie Lad says 2-0 today, Miggy and Bruno. Well, hope so. Miggy, of course, celebrating his birthday today, so it would be nice to see him get on the score sheet for his birthday. Craig says Gordon is wasted as a forward covering for Byrne. Peter says it's 4:12 a.m. in the morning and I'm up for it. And my hopes have been crushed by seeing Dan Byrne. Listen, what I would say is, we've all said that we can't understand why he's starting. But look, the bottom line is he is starting, and we have to support him now. He's in the starting 11, so support him. And then if he doesn't have a great game, then we can talk about it and go off it at the end of the game and say, well, Eddie was wrong again. And he will have questions to answer. However, he is in the starting lineup, and all we can do, Billy, is support the man.
Absolutely. And it's not as if he usually comes back from bad games with another bad game. And generally, he comes back with a good game. And, we saw that at Villa Park, for instance. I mean, he was okay at Fulham after he hurt his back. Again, when he fell on his back, he was fine.
Well, that seemed to wake him up, didn't it? Really,
it did. So I'm hopeful that Dan Byrne can do a good job today. But unfortunately, it's against pace. And if he gets caught out for pace early doors, I mean, Dan Byrne's got to hit him early doors, I think. Get a good, solid, clean tackle on him early doors. Yeah, and if he goes past him early doors, then I think he could be in trouble. But
John Sorby saying Hall is unavailable, must be ill. Well, he's
on the bench.
He's on the bench. Oh, that's the official team sheet. Anyway, I haven't seen any different unless he's a late pullout. But I haven't seen anything. Costa seems it seems that Howe isn't learning from his mistakes. Well, we'll see. We'll talk about that at the end if that's the. Alistair says, moved again, Paul, but bungalow ready for Wednesday. So that'll be RVI to Freeman Hospital and care home since the 12th of October. Could say been all over. Bloody hell, mate, you have. Thank you for all the well wishes I've had this week. I have to be honest, I'm not in a great place, guys. I am mightily struggling with a lot of different things, as people know. But I wanted to do this today, and because I love doing the match days with Billy. It takes my mind off things a little bit. So, I'll just continue to battle. There's a couple of things going on in my life which people are well aware of, but I needed to get on here today and do something. Hopefully see the lads get 3 points, but. It's all about the football today. Happy birthday, Miggy says, I like coffee. Hopefully he gets some goals today and they bring a birthday cake out to celebrate if we're winning comfortably, of course. I can see Dan Byrne getting a goal today. Well, Billy, I'm not so bothered about Dan Byrne getting a goal. What I want to see from Dan Byrne is just a competent defensive performance. Like you say, put some tackles in, good timing, good headers, not these silly things where he's just letting it bounce off his head and straight to an opposition player. Let's really hope and pray that it's defensively we're talking about Dan Byrne having a blinder.
Yeah, just a solid performance. That's what we want from him. We've had plenty of them off him in the past, so it's not unfeasible that he's going to come out and play a good game today. I know he was found out against them at home, but different game when you're playing at home. You've got to try and put the pressure on yourself. It's up to you to make the attacking moves. We can sit back for and press when we want to press, not incessant press. That should give us a bit more cover at the back.
Yeah. The thing is with Billy, definition of insanity, Eddie, playing Dan Byrne and expecting to have an extra yard of pace. These two wingers, Alanga and Williams, are rapid, Billy. There's no other word for it. They're rapid.
Yeah. And Hudson-Odoi if they want to swap. And if you want to put Morgan Gibbs-White on the right side, so they've got a fluid swap between the three, just in behind the striker. Yeah, it's going to be hard work for him. But I'm confident in him. I'm confident he can have a good game. As I say, it's not often he has two stinkers on the trot. Let's hope that kind of thing carries on and he does have a good game. Because if he has a bad game, then, we could be on the end of a bit of a harsh time tonight.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes away from kickoff now. So just to let you know, guys, no spoilers in the chat either. Me and Billy will hopefully be alongside each other as we normally are. However, we may be slightly behind Sky. We may be in front of it. We don't know. However, if you are in front of us, do not put any spoilers in the chat, please. Have respect for the people that just like to listen to the commentary and can't get access to the game. When you kick off, just pause your TV. Wait for me and Billy to say, right, we're underway, and then press play, and you'll be level with me and Billy. Just please, no spoilers, okay? Because it spoils it for everyone, and the mods will just throw you out. We don't want to do that. We just want to have a good match day live, as usual. So please be respectful to everybody else, and things will move along very, very nicely. Toon Gamer says, Gordon trained for the first time yesterday, Eddie just said. Well, I find that a little bit staggering. If he just trained yesterday and he's straight into the starting lineup, I'm a little bit worried about that, Billy, I have to say.
Yeah, he's that key to us, though, isn't he? That pace, and you risk him at all costs, really. And again, you've got the problem of the fellow behind him. I mean, Harvey Barnes, I keep reiterating, doesn't have the pace to get up and down that line all day quickly and help defend. So I think that's what Gordon's in. I've got to be honest.
Yeah. Dan says, how will fans react if Burn scores 2 but makes a mistake that leads to 1 conceded? Well, listen.
Wait and see.
Yeah. Look, if he scores 2 and we win the game and he's at fault for the 1 we conceded, I don't give a damn. But as I said, I'm not bothered about Dan Burn scoring today. I want to see a good defensive performance from him that can then release our attackers to do what they do best, i.e. Anthony Gordon. Because if Gordon's, finding it difficult to get forward, it takes away from so much of our attacking prowess, and that's what we don't want to see. Please don't put any streams in the chat, please. We're not allowed to do that. So if you do, as Rachel has just said there, you'll get us in bother, but it will be removed anyway. So thank you for that. Got a $4.99 super chat coming from DJ. Thank you, mate. I hope I'm wrong, but if this is a deja vu performance like Forest and Luton because of Dan Burn, then Eddie Howe should be under serious pressure. I'm tired of it now. Well, he will be under pressure. If he does have a bad game, people will be asking why. But like I said, that's for the end of the game to talk about. What we want to see is, look, he's in the starting lineup, as I've said. We support him. And we support all the 11 lads that are out on that pitch this evening for Newcastle United, as we always do. But we will call it out if they do have bad games. We are an honest channel, and we don't blow smoke up people's asses for no reason. If they play well, we will. If they don't, we'll ask questions, as normal football fans would. Paul says, however, is trying to defend Dan Burn against the fans. It is not Dan the fans are getting at. It's how when they are chanting for Tino. Yeah, look, I mean, we can talk till the cows come home, Billy. The bottom line is he's in the starting lineup, and we can't, that's not going to change. We do have worries as 6 minutes away from kickoff. Elanga is going to be a nightmare. Look, Elanga might have a bad game. Williams might have a bad game. Hudson-Odoi might have a bad game. We might be on form because, like Billy said earlier on, we're away from home. The pressure's a little bit off Dan Burn because he hasn't got the home fans screaming ridiculous things like bring Tino on, which I think was a completely wrong thing to do. However, if we play like we did at Villa, Billy, we win the game because we're
let's be honest. Anthony Elanga isn't the world beater that everyone thinks he is. He had 1 good game. So I think he's had maybe 5 good games ever. He's not the fan. He had a storm at St James's Park. He was allowed to, and I just hope today that he isn't allowed to because he's not a world beater by any shadow of the imagination. It's a fair player, but I mean Dan Burns had outplayed other defenders of attackers that are far more quality than Anthony Elanga's got.
Yeah,
let's be honest.
Yeah. Who was that there? Graham Ritchie, who's been a member for 2 years and a month now. Thank you very much into your 3rd year membership. I hope Gordon is not being brought back too early. We've done that before.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, it is a fair point. And it looked a nasty one as well. You see him leaving the ground last week, Billy, with with a shoe on, didn't he? And crutches, and you think, oh God, That could be a couple of weeks, but he's back the week later.
Yeah, and don't be surprised to see Nico Williams or whoever's on his side marking. It will be Nico Williams, won't it? A little tap on his ankle here and there. You know,
yeah.
Players are aware of things like that happening, and opponents will be, don't be surprised to see it.
Yeah, Rachel, one of our mods, of course, long-term mod of the channel. Wonderful, wonderful person is Rachel. 19 months as a member as well. We've got to do, Forest. How are the lads? Indeed. I'm nervous. I have to say, Billy, I am nervous going into this game because I don't know what Newcastle United is going to turn up. We
need the 3 points, don't we? We need the 3 points. Simple as that. Yes. I mean, it's crucial.
The thing is, Newcastle's getting to that stage now, Billy, where we just don't know which team's going to turn up. Is it going to be the one that demolished Aston Villa, or is it going to be one that struggled against Luton Town? I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? I mean, it is literally a roller coaster ride when we play this, when we support this club.
Well, the away form and the home form seems to have stood about turning each other, don't they? We seem to look a better side away. We had the cup tie against Fulham and the Villa game. We looked great in both of those, I thought. And then the game at home against Luton, where we didn't look so good. Yeah. I think there's less pressure on us away from home. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I do as well. Yeah.
Without the pressure of all these games and having can't defend when you're away from home, I think we're in a different place now. So I think we're set up to win today, and I think we will win today.
iRoper member for 4 months. Thank you very much. Hope all the lads have a blinder. How are the lads? Stay strong, Paul, and the family. Thank you very, very much for that. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you for all the nice things in the chat as well. Really appreciate that, guys. Paul Tully says, this is what it's come to. Begging and praying is on our hands and knees that our left back has a decent game. Will I Am's in the chat as well. He says, how often do we say that Howe's team selection is not good and it turns out to be spot on? Exactly. That is what I'm saying by just wait until the end of the game and we'll see how we've performed, because you just never know. You just never, ever know what team is going to turn up. Geordie Rick, hope you're well, buddy. Just been watching Gordon warm up. Has anyone else noticed his bending left leg when kicking with the right? Hope Howe isn't playing him injured again. Just be our luck, Billy, that 5 minutes into the game he guns off. It really would. Barbara, thank you very much for being a member for 2 years now. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it.
Looks like we're in the dark blue tonight as well.
Oh, thank God it's not. Thank God.
I don't know why we've got to change kit at all. Look, they were red.
Exactly. Barbara says, if Burn costs us this game, Eddie's head is on the chopping block. We could go 7th with a win. I think he's got serious questions to answer if we don't turn up today. Toon Town Dex says, I'm sticking with my 6-1 prediction. We haven't smashed anyone for a while. Get yourself behind the sofa, Forest fans. It's going to be an epic one. Oh, God, I'll tell you what, that's confidence. I hope you are right.
Taylor refereeing. Oh, God.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And he might think the Forest are Man United in that kit. Christ almighty.
Oh, well, that'll be great. No, I haven't got a new chair yet, Cynical Jim. I did go to IKEA last week, but I haven't had the chance this week. I've not had a good week at all. So it's been difficult to get a chair, but I'm thinking going to more like an office place, Billy, for a chair rather than a gaming chair, nice definitely. Office chair.
You got Staples near you or something like that?
Christ, I was wondering where you're going with that. Yeah, there's one near me, but there's online as well. But I suppose I'd like to try it first. There you go. Simple from one of our mods, Tom. Spoilers get kicked out. Simple as that. So please do not put any spoilers in the chat. Right, I am gonna. Where are we at here? Let's get. We're a minute away from kickoff, so I best get it on the screen, Billy Bob. And I am just looking at the Newcastle lineup coming up on the screen, Billy.
Yes, just right now. Yeah, there.
Yeah, I think I'm about 2 seconds. I might be a second ahead of you or something, but we're perfect. That's how we like it to be, Billy. Yeah. So let's just go through the Newcastle United side again. Dubravka in goal, a back four of Trippier, Botman, Shea, and Dan Burn. The midfield of Lewis Miley, Bruno, and Longstaff, and a front three of Miggy on the right, Gordon on the left, and Callum Wilson through the middle. Billy, I'm expecting to see a good game from Callum today. Like somebody put in the chat before that they want to see the same performance from Callum like they did when he came on. I thought he was brilliant in the second half last week, roughing up the defenders, and that's what I want to see from Callum Wilson today.
Yes, absolutely. That's his game all over. If he's up for it and he's hungry, and he's roughing their centre halves around. You know, I think we can expect a goal or two from him.
Yep. Alan Breadmore's celebrating being a member for a month. You've got to start somewhere, of course. So thank you very much for that, Alan. Evening, Paul and Billy. I'm looking forward to the game. 4-1 to the Toon. Listen to you guys with my 3-year-old, and he knows all your names when you're on. Well, thanks a lot. You should say what his name was. We could have given him a shout out and a wave. Kieran Trippier just shaking hands with the referee there. Toon Gamer, thank you for your super chat. Going to smash 4 past Matt Sells, 4-1 to the Toon. I mean, it's just our luck that he has a blinder, Billy.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, keep subscribing to the channel as usual. Bottom right-hand corner, just click on the logo and subscribe to the channel and be part of this incredible community we have here on the Toon Review. Right, Billy, I'll put scoreboard mode on. There we go. Antacid's been a member for 6 months now. Thank you, mate. Singing the Newcastle song there. I'm not going to sing that out. I don't want to deafen people. Nottingham Forest fans looking full voice there, Billy, with the scarves above the head. Flags
are
singing
that silly Mulligan Tyre song about mist rolling from the Trent. Absolute nonsense.
Yeah. Yes, Dan, we do have Staples across the pond, mate. I know it's a big company in the States as well. All right, so remember, if you kick off before I say we've kicked off, then obviously just pause your TV. We are ready to go. It is Newcastle to kick off. We'll be kicking off from right to left. Anthony Taylor just dawdling around here. I don't know what's going on. He's waiting for something here. He's just said something to Bruno about waiting for kick-off here. I think we're slightly delayed. Not sure what the delay is. But remember, no spoilers, guys, or you will be chucked out. Wait until we've commentated on whatever happened, and let's all enjoy it. I think there was something happening with the linesman there, but he looks a bit chilly, Billy, doesn't he?
Yeah, playing pocket billiards, isn't he?
He is, yeah. Warming up his testosterone there. And, we were missing a linesman, apparently, as he just comes onto the pitch now, and he must have needed a quick poo, Billy.
Jason Punchin, yeah.
Yeah. So we're ready to go. And Anthony Taylor checking his watch. And we're underway at the City Ground. Newcastle United away at Forest. Matt Hayes says, I'm not nervous, but my heart might be bungee jumping out my arse. Interesting. David Smith, thank you very much for your super chat. Much appreciated. No comment there, but thank you. That is very, very generous indeed. Thank you, mate. The ball is with Botman at the moment, and he rolls it into Longstaff, who plays it out to the right-hand side, now to Fabian Schär. Looks like Kieran Trippier's pushed forward very early. Schär goes with a wonderful ball across to Anthony Gordon. First time to see him. Rolls it into Bruno, who has pushed very far forward in these early seconds, Billy.
Yeah, which, it's alarming, actually, because it's the first fucking minute of the game, and Bruno's gone kamikaze up, but it looks like Miley's sat in the 6th at the minute. So
Miley seems to be in the 6th, Billy, because Bruno's not exactly busting the gut to get back here.
No, he's not.
Interesting. I wonder if he's made a little tinker to it. Yeah, indeed. Botman sent backwards by Miley. I think he slightly overhit that kick. Martin Dubravka has the ball now. Looks for a way out. Finds Botman. Botman has Schär to his right and plays it to Dan Burn on the left. Burn down the line to Anthony Gordon now. Gordon has to go backwards. Knocks it back to Dan Burn. Alanga quickly on him, but gets it back to Gordon, who then whips a ball across field. That's a shocker from Gordon, but we get away with it. A very, very poor touch, but Forest have the ball. But what was Gordon thinking of there?
I don't know. We were packed in, weren't we? We didn't seem to have an idea where we were going, but Forest would probably get with the ball, so it doesn't matter. Yeah,
we got away with it as it went for a throw-in. Longstaff plays it back to Schär.
And again, Miley's in the 6, isn't he?
Yeah. That's definitely where Miley's playing the game. Bruno is deliberately further forward. He's not, because Bruno would be coming to get the ball now, wouldn't he? And it seems like, Billy, it looks like maybe Longstaff and Miley playing in that role.
Yeah.
So it looks like a 4-2-1-3.
1-3, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And Bruno's gone high jockeying forward there, look.
He is. He's in the box now. Gordon cuts back in on his right foot. Lovely little ball into Longstaff. Longstaff, could he have gone down there? Would he got a penalty? Plays it to Bruno now. Bruno to the byline. Has to spin and come backwards. Gives it to Burn. Burn, still Bruno in support. Bruno again. I thought Longstaff could have gone down there, but I thought he was clipped.
Yeah, I think he could have.
But it was a lovely ball in from Anthony Gordon. Longstaff now on the ball. It is. Fabian Schär. This is where he scored from, of course, at St James's Park, but he's reluctant to hit that one. It's gone out wide now. Almiron on his left foot. Plays it into Lewis Miley. Miley back out wide to Kieran Trippier. Trippier floats a beautiful ball into Miggy, but that's a terrible touch. And Dominguez clears it up for Forest.
I'd like to have seen Schär take a dig there, especially with Matt Sayles in the goal. I would love to see that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As Forest come breaking away now with Williams, I think it is, on the left-hand side. And it was a lovely little build-up, that, Billy. But I just feel that when Longstaff was played in there, he was clipped. And I thought, hang on, if he'd went down there, which, to be fair, Longstaff normally does go down.
Yeah, it was a strange thing, wasn't it? I don't understand. He didn't even get a shot off anyway. But
no. It was an excellent move, though. Brilliant little ball from Anthony Gordon. Burns done well there to get it into Lewis Miley.
That's
who
really
then,
well played,
in turn, goes across to Fabian Schär.
And again, it's that little two anchoring, Longstaff and Miley.
Yeah. Wilson's done well there, taking out the play. Surely,
we'll have the foul for that.
We're going to get a free kick for one of them, surely to God. But Bruno is very far forward, Billy. That is very noticeable in the opening 4 minutes.
100%, yeah. This is a big tactical tweak that Mr. Howe has made. And,
yeah,
well, I've got to be honest, it looks quite good so far.
Absolutely. Bruno's made some darting runs into the penalty area already. The rain, by the way, is lashing down in Nottingham. But this is a very interesting tweak from Mr. Howe, isn't it? Certainly one we didn't expect, but it's working so far. I mean, Forest haven't been in the game at all in this first 5 minutes. As Trippier brings it forward now, floats across into the box to Anthony Gordon on the far side. Gordon, he's got an overlap from Byrne, but cuts in on his right. Shooting opportunity. Blocked shot. And Forest try and break away now. This is a Womye, and he's running now into the Newcastle United half. Plays a ball through, again looking for the pace. Why hasn't Dubravka came? I thought Schär was expecting him to come. We're in trouble here, and it's just wide. And Gibbs White should have scored, Billy. He was in acres of space on the edge of the box. I thought Schär, if we look at the replay here, Schär was expecting Dubravka here, surely. He was.
Yeah,
he was pointing for him.
It was an overhit pass, and he's come and gone back again, as he's done before, hesitating. Had that gone in, it should have gone in. That would have been a lot of it would have been Martin Dubravka's fault, but we were very open there.
Yeah, Gibbs White just wide of the post, but he is a threat from the edge of the box, and he knows he should have done better there, Morgan Gibbs White. That's the first real chance of the game.
And we've played with two little sixes in the channels. Really, them channels should be closed, and they weren't that time. That's a bit alarming, I've got to say.
Little bit of a wake-up call, that. Absolutely. Botman plays it up now to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff turns out wide to Trippier. Trippier's got Miggy ahead of him, plays it inside for Lewis Miley. Back to Trippier. And now back to Schär. Schär plays it across to Sven Botman now, who brings it forward for Newcastle. Plays it out wide to Anthony Gordon, who's looked very lively in these very opening moments of the game. Dan Byrne rockets a ball back to Sven Botman there, who controls it well. Schär back to Botman. I noticed Trippier's getting forward a lot, Billy, as well. If you notice the right-hand side, he's way far forward than Dan Byrne is. And that's a late one there by Elanga on Anthony Gordon.
There's his little bang early doors.
Yeah, as we look at Chris Wood in the crowd, of course, not involved today, suspended. Hey, I bet he wishes he was out there, especially after bagging a hat-trick last time, Billy.
Without a doubt.
Game back underway, Gordon back on his feet. And it's with Sven Botman, who has seen a lot of the ball in these first 7 minutes of the game. Trippier's come inside again, plays a nice ball into Wilson, but this time Wilson can't hold on to the ball. And it's back for the first touch for goalkeeper Matt Sayles. And he plays a long forward ball, which is Botman, Schär's comfortable header back to Sven Botman. Looney Tunes says, I never thought I would be so happy that Wood is not playing. Yeah, well, he destroyed us at St James's Park, and I can't believe I'm saying those words, to be honest.
I don't think he's a far superior player to him.
Yes, exactly. But we haven't seen much of him yet. As Sean Longstaff has it on the halfway line, back to Sven Botman now. It's been a very, very confident start by Newcastle, Billy, but Forest having the better chance so far.
Yeah. I mean, Longstaff and Miley are definitely sitting. There's no appetite of them getting forward, and the Longstaff's gone a little bit more forward there. But
Bruno's not even in that shot, Billy. We're seeing right on the halfway line here, and Bruno's not even in the shot.
No,
so he's playing as an attacking midfielder today, Bruno, by the looks of things. Gordon, lovely ball inside to Longstaff, creates a bit of space. Longstaff towards the penalty area. He's going to hit it short, Longstaff, and it's a good save by Matt Sells as he touches it wide of the post.
Good effort. Yeah, good effort.
I mean, it was there to be hit. He was running into a lot of space. He caught it well, bounces just in front of Sells as well, but he gets two good hands on it and pushes it wide for a corner kick to Newcastle. Great effort by Longstaff. Well,
it's hard to pick them up when he's coming from deep and when into space. It's hard for the Forest defenders or midfielders to pick him up. So it was good effort, good run from deep, and maybe we can get something from corners.
Absolutely. It is going to be, of course, Kieran Trippier to play this in as Dan Burn having a right old scrap there. In comes the corner to the back post. Sells does well to get a touch on that because it looked like Bruno behind him was coming in for a header. It might have been Miley, actually. But good goalkeeping again from Matt Sells, Bill. Not that we're happy to see that, of course, but, interestingly enough, Miggy is taking this corner, Billy.
Yes, in swinger.
So there you go. Interesting. Yates and Byrne again going at it in the 6-yard area, and I think Anthony Taylor just wants to have a little chat with them both.
Well, Yates is a little rat. He was like this last season, if you remember rightly.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Anthony Taylor would understand that Dan Burn has no reason to try and out-muscle him. He's a yard big. I mean, look at him. Look there.
Yeah. That's a great cross. Bruno! It's 1-0! And it's Bruno Gimenez at the far side. And Newcastle United are in front with a wonderful finish from Bruno. It's 1-0. It's grab your granny because it's bingo time. Billy, that's a cracking finish. That's
a fantastic set piece,
world-class finish.
Oh, it's a wonderful set piece. One on the training ground, without a doubt. I think we've seen it before. Actually, the short to Trippier, he bends it in, and there's Bruno coming in from deep on the far post. Fantastic little volley into the corner. That's a terrific goal. It really is.
Nothing more than we've really deserved for a start, Billy. But what a brilliant goal that is. I mean, what a finish from Bruno. He's, of course, started in a much more attacking position today, and already it's paid off in 10 minutes with a wonderful, wonderful volley into the far corner. And it's Nottingham Forest 0, Newcastle United 1. As Forest get the game underway again. Connor, thank you for your super chat. Philip Albert versus Man United versus Fabian Schär against PSG. Which one wins, he said. Oh. Well, we're coming forward again here. No time for that because Gordon's on the run into Wilson. Wilson spins away. The ball bounces loose. Longstaff goes down. Newcastle claiming a penalty. Anthony Taylor's waved it away. There was all sorts going on in there.
Get the cameras on it.
I don't think there's a foul. I think, if anything, that there might have been appealing for a handball, but nothing given at all, and players gone on. But wow, we are dominating this game, it's fair to say, at the moment. Good work there by Almiron, and he's got the ball back now. Trippier cuts it inside. Again, Bruno staying well out the way of any defensive play here.
This could also be a little ploy to stop him getting booked, of course, couldn't it?
Well, it could, yeah. But he's definitely he's definitely in the 10 role, Billy. No doubt about it.
It is, yeah. It's definitely system change without any shadow of a doubt.
But it's what a 4-2-1-3. The ball whipped in by Trippier and to control it like that on the right foot as well, Billy, which was, of course, coming in from the wrong side. It's a brilliant finish.
You could even say this is a 4-2-3-1, couldn't you? You know, with Gordon and Miggy playing kind of level with Bruno and Wilson ahead of him. It's a definite system change, no doubt about it.
I think it's 4-2-3-1, Billy. I think you're right. Bruno's definitely in the 10. No doubt about it. George, thank you for your super chat. This is a great goal. I thought we had messed it up at first. Yeah, it looked like it had been overhit the cross, but of course Bruno was sneaking into the back post all alone. And we have to, give Trippier credit. That was a worldie of a cross, Billy.
It was a fantastic corner, yeah. And we've seen it happen before with a short when it's whipped in. I think we did it at Fulham that season. And And Botman got the shot and it was parried away and we scored from it, though. I think whoever it was scored, but we've done it before. None of the goals have been as good as that one now. It's a fantastic goal. Fantastic finish.
Not. I mean, we are in complete control of this game at the moment. Here's Bruno again. Biting at his ankles, but he does well to get the ball to Miley. Miley then to Gordon. Gordon back to Miley. What a start by Newcastle. We are hungry for the ball. The players are demanding the ball. They're looking to knock it around. And Forest at the minute, I mean, yes, it's only 13 minutes in, Billy, but it's so far, they just don't have an answer.
And Trippier stepping into the midfield an awful lot as well. It's very Man City like this system. Look at Trippier here in the midfield, look.
Yeah, absolutely. Longstaff now down the line, trying to find Almiron, wins a throw-in. Skitsapathic, thank you for becoming a new member. Welcome to Members Club, my friend. That is very kind. Please do keep subscribing as well. Bottom right-hand corner. As Botman lays it into... Look where Trippier's come here, Billy.
So I'm saying...
Bang in the centre circle.
When we have the ball, we're three at the back with Trippier sat in front of them. Oh, get out of it, referee.
Yeah, I don't think Wilson's very happy with that, but I was just seeing the corner again. Miggy plays it, and it's a first-time delivery in from Trippier. What a finish that is. It's literally a volley on the outside of his right boot, Billy, coming from the opposite side. And to have that kind of control, that's a world-class goal, in my opinion. What a finish.
It's fantastic.
And as you can see, Bruno is very happy about that. And now it's back with Martin Dubravka into Botman. I mean, Forest, they can't get the ball off us here. They just can't get the ball. They don't know where we're going, Billy, because they've obviously planned for Trippier to be in a certain place. But look, Trips has come into the middle now.
Yeah.
It's an incredible ploy, this from Eddie Howe. And I have to say, so far, it's working a dream. As Anthony Gordon now picks it up and heads towards the Forest half on this left-hand side. Cuts back on his right, lays it up. Blake Tucker, thank you for your super chat. Simply says, how are the lads? Well, how are the lads indeed? It's certainly a much better start than I think any of us were expecting. Even the changes, Billy, that he's made. Bruno, that's a lovely flick to Dan Burn. Burn brings it forward, plays it to Gordon. Gordon back to Dan Burn. Inside to Bruno.
Referee.
That has to be a foul, completely blocked off. And again, it's Yates. And he's a proper rat, him, Billy.
No doubt about it. Well, there's a bit of a comparison with Villa here, how we're keeping hold of the ball and treating it as our friend again. We didn't do it against Luton, but today we really are keeping hold of this ball. And, possession-wise, we must be way on top of the minute.
I think I just seen one flash up before. It was 83-17 or something. Edward Gorn, thank you for your super chat. Trippier and Bruno playing higher has us on the front foot. And this is what we said about Bruno for many, many times. I mean, we wanted to see Bruno play further forward, Billy, and it's exactly what we're seeing. But Trippier's game is the one that's interesting me because when we have got the ball, he's definitely playing through the middle.
And Dan Burn has gone central, look. And
it's like we go into a three.
Three at the back with Trippier, Miley and Longstaff. In fact, Longstaff's gone forward now.
It's like a 3-3.
Sat in a 6, yeah.
It's a 3-3-3-1.
Yeah, it's very, very odd. It's innovative, I've got to say. It's doing the job, I've got to say as well.
It's something that obviously we've been working on because at the minute it's playing out a treat, and long may that continue. Shares long ball forward, looking for the runner. Wilson is intercepted, and finally Forest have the ball now with Yates. They'll be looking to have a little bit of possession here and just try to settle this game down because I think that brilliant work from Gordon again. Elanga almost losing the ball there. And Forest can only punt the ball forward again. Now they have a chance, and it is Elanga, and he's disappeared. He's against Dan Burn. It's Elanga. It's a great save by Dubravka. And then cleared away, but that is the risk. That is the risk.
Yep. That was the first time we saw it.
Burn had nothing. He was gassed. But it's the first time we've seen it, Billy, and it's took, 17 minutes before we've actually seen a ball played, through there like that for Elanga to run onto, and he clearly had the pace on Dan, but a great save by Dubravka.
Yeah, Dubravka bailed him out there, and that should heed as a warning for us. We can't allow that matchup, on during the game, otherwise we're going to get punished for it. Well played, Trippier.
Indeed. And Longstaff brings it away. Cider Eater, thank you so much for your super chat. Even all, I'm liking the tactical changes we're seeing. Bruno always works best attacking, and now we can watch him flourish. Not worried about Burn now. Well, that came in before Alanga's break, of course. Kiss of death there from Cider Eater. But listen, nothing came of it. Dubravka stayed big, to be honest. He didn't go down easy. He stayed big until Alanga shot, and it was a good save.
It was a good save. Excellent save.
But it is, like you say, Billy, it is a warning sign as we roll on to 18 minutes gone. Forest 0, Newcastle 1. Bruno in the 10th minute with a wonderful, wonderful goal. Volleyed in on his right foot. I mean, he's been wrestled to the floor there.
Why did it take him 20 seconds to give that free kick when it was obvious?
I think we're going to see that Dubravka save again here, Billy. Long ball. It was just a simple knockdown from Iwami and played through, and he's just got him for pace. There's no way Dan Burn can keep up with him. And then Dubravka does really well, actually. Seeing that again, Billy. Comes out a little bit further again, narrows the angle. But what I like is he stays big, Billy. He doesn't go down till the last second and, of course, makes the save.
Outstanding goalkeeping. Outstanding.
I was back with Dubravka now, who hits it first time long towards Callum Wilson. I like to see Wilson in the game a little bit more. Certainly the possession we had, I don't think we've seen enough of Callum, Billy.
No, not yet. Not yet. But I think when they start pushing out, if we can maintain this lead especially, I think we'll see the best of him then.
Yeah. Yates is currently down for Forest after a clash with Bruno, but there was no foul. As Forest bring it forward now. And it's out onto the right-hand side to Alanga. Newcastle again playing a very disciplined line there, Billy, looking as if they do sort of have five across the midfield there. So it's very, very like a 4-5-1 when we're defending by the looks of things.
Yeah, Trippier's sat back in the right back position now.
Yep. Here is Alanga, plays it out wide. And that's a terrible ball. That is a terrible ball. And Longstaff throws Williams over the boards there. That's a terrible ball by Alanga, by the way.
It's a good run from Williams, actually.
It's a brilliant run. But to be fair to Longstaff, he read the run. He had him covered all the way, to be fair. And then gives him that extra push just to send him over the advertising hoardings there. As if to say, sod you. Here is Newcastle now playing it long towards Anthony Gordon. Oh, I tell you what, you've let that bounce, son. That's not a great thing to do. And that's gone for a corner. Matt Sells can't get there. Niakate was, brilliant from Gordon again, Billy. He's like a little Jack Russell biting at some testicles there. He just straight at him.
Fantastic hustle from Gordon. Niakate had no idea what to do there. Overhit his back pass. If that had been on target, it was a goal.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he was a little bit wider and played that same sort of pass, it was in the back of the net.
Yeah. Brilliant from Gordon.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's looking fit as a fiddle, Anthony Gordon, Billy. I'm not even questioning his injury at the first 20 minutes. He's been extremely lively. And again,
so it's a set piece again. It's going to be interesting if we just lock this one in.
Looks like Trippier's going to take this one. It is aimed for Miley. Couldn't get the flick on. The ball's gone careering at the air, and Cher's header lands with Matt Sells. As Forest have a player down here. Looks like his Achilles there. Just taking a little knock. He's getting up and should be all right.
Good player, that Murillo. He played well at St James, didn't he?
Yeah, he is a good player. Painful one on the back of his Achilles there, though. But he's up. Just seeing it again.
That's where he's landed. Ooh.
Yeah, it's his own player. It's I'm trying to see who that
Williams.
It's Williams. Yeah, it's the back of Williams's boots catching his Achilles. That's painful. That. However, Forest get the game underway again. Niakate brings it forward, right-footed, terrible pass, intercepted well by Dan Burn, and then Gordon is thrown to the floor again by Yates. And, accumulation here, surely for a yellow card. I mean, that's 3 or 4 that Yates has been involved in the first 20.
Yeah. That's his usual game. You'll see him commit lots of fouls. It's whether the referee is strong enough to book him early doors and take him out of the game, really.
Well, I don't think he is, Billy, because he never even spoke to him yet.
No, he hasn't.
Mind a yellow card.
Nice triangle there.
I mean, so far, it's well controlled. Yes, Forest have had a couple of little chances, but all in all, I mean, we've played really well. And here's Anthony Gordon on the left. Again, a lovely ball from Fabian Schär. Gordon goes down his left-hand side this time. Now back onto his right. Lays it off to Byrne. Byrne looking for support. Gets it from Bruno. Bruno skips past one challenge. Lays it back to Anthony Gordon. Gordon is going to whip the cross in here low into Callum Wilson. Wilson brilliantly brings it down. Turns. Good tackle by Murillo, but it's come loose to Trippier. Chips it in towards Miggy. Just couldn't get a head on it. And I can see what Miggy was trying to do, but he was just trying to brush the header past Matt Sells.
Glance, a little glance, wasn't it?
He wasn't far away. Brilliantly fouled by Trippier, and he's inches away. Could he have done better? I don't know. Because he's just trying to glance it, but he completely missed the ball in the end.
He did, yeah. Great football again, though.
Absolutely. That's a poor ball by Miggy out to the left-hand side, but there's a great tackle. But somehow Mr. Rick O'Shea is not our friend again. That's a foul by Schär. Free kick to... Oh, no, it's not. Wow. I mean, Billy...
6-1 after another, I think.
Well, it is, but now he is Trippier down the right. If we score here, there'll be hell on.
Yes, will be.
That looked a foul to me, Billy. I mean, you know, as much as we love Newcastle, we have to call the game as we see it. What's his name? Awimyi?
Awimyi, I think it is, yeah.
He
wants this known that it was a foul.
I mean, it's...
Most days it's a foul.
I mean, Schär just rocks him from behind. I mean, it's not a cynical foul by Schär. He's just clumsy, I think, more than anything.
Well, he's not hurt. Look, he's got up.
Scher's telling him to get the hell up in certain terms. There's nothing wrong with your pal. I think maybe he's sort of jarred his knee with a collision. I mean, there was a collision there. I'm not saying Awami's putting it on, but that would have been painful for his right leg, Billy, because obviously two. And good to see Schär and Awami. Scher's still saying, I didn't foul you. I'm just trying to get the ball. Oh, that's slack again from Niakate. He's had a dreadful start to this game. He's all out of the shop. 78% possession for Newcastle so far. And we're playing some lovely stuff, but Burns not going to beat Niakate for pace.
And we don't want to see him there, do we?
It's a goal kick to Nottingham Forest. But he has looked all out of the shop.
We don't want to see Dan Burn on that, the furthest man forward on that left flank. There's absolutely, it's not going to come good of it. And luckily it went out so we can get back.
Murillo plays the ball forward for Forest, looking out to the left-hand side. Good header that by Trippier. Power and header in the air there, but it's obviously out of play and a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. Keep those likes coming in, guys. Hit that thumbs up button if you're enjoying the commentary. And, of course, if you're new, bottom right-hand corner, keep subscribing, guys. Thank you so much. And, of course, if you do want to comment read out, the best way to do that is by sending in a super chat. Nice touch by Wilson to Bruno. Oh, delightful from Bruno. And he's broke away. Oh, what a pass over the top as well for Miggy to run onto. Miggy now onto his left foot. He's got an overlapping long stop, but it's terrible for Miggy again.
All that is.
He's been poor, Miggy, in this game so far.
Yeah,
his passing's been allowing this
counter here now. They're on the counter, look.
Yep, Alanga again going against Dan Burn. It's 1-1. What the hell is going on there? How has he been allowed through there? It's 1-1. Ah, that's shocking defending, man.
One ball. But what's Dubravka doing? What is Dubravka doing there? That's shocking goalkeeping. It really is.
You know, you're completely on top of the game, and then you go and blow a tyre like that. That is shocking, by the way.
Yeah. And despite having 2 sixes, none of them are in the picture. But what's Dubravka doing there? You've got to make that. If you come out, you've got to make it.
Yeah. I mean, Burns not going to get there for pace. There's no way Burns going to get there anywhere near it.
But Botman was there. But Botman was there as well. I mean, Dubravka's made a complete and utter F up there. Shocking goalkeeping. I mean,
he's come outside his box.
And then stopped. That's fucking awful, I've got to say. Excuse the language. I mean, Sven Botman was there to sweep it up as well. That's the worst bit of it. Awful goalkeeping by Dubravka. I don't even placely blame it on Dan Burn. I don't.
Well, look, you can't blame Dan Burn there because Alanga's quicker than him. Simple as that.
But Botman is covering the situation. Dubravka's come out and made it easy for him. He's made it so easy for him.
Well, really I think the ball was played further away from Botman than it was Burn because Alanga initially had gone past Dan Burn. And Burns, as much as we just say it, Burns not going to catch him.
No, he's not.
Alanga's
Botman had got round.
But if you,
Botman had got round.
Well, but like you say, Billy, the goalkeeper, when you come like that, you've got to come and be committed. Oh, Miggy, man! He's lost it again on the edge of the box. He's had a shocker. He's had an absolute shocker so far. His passing's been absolutely... I mean, I don't know how many times he's given it away, but it was his giveaway that led to that goal.
It was, yeah.
Awful. And I hope that doesn't detract from the way we're playing, Billy, because we've been on top in this game. We've played some lovely stuff, and it's just a silly goal, which Eddie will be fuming at because there's only been one team in this game so far.
Yeah.
And but what a ball! But I mean, Gibbs White, a hell of a ball through as well. Chris Butcher, thank you for your super chat. How long is Eddie sticking with his favourite Burn? I'm seeing a lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat disagreeing with you, Billy, saying that Burn, obviously because it's not Burn's fault, that goal. It's Burn's. We know the pace situation. He hasn't got the pace to keep up with Elanga. That's not Dan Burn's fault.
If Martin Dubravka doesn't come out there, they don't score. Simple as that.
But if Miggy hadn't given the ball away with that stupid pass, then they wouldn't have scored anyway.
No.
It was awful.
No, but I mean, if Dubravka doesn't come out and stop right in front of the player and just give him an empty net to aim it into, if he stays in his lines or even comes, he stops, he's going to make it go the whole lot.
He doesn't stop in his 18-yard box, though. He comes out of his 18-yard box, then stops with his legs wide open. And of course, it's just going to be slotted into the back of the net.
It's awful goalkeeping. It really is. That's shocking goalkeeping.
But hopefully we can, get our heads back on and, just restart again, because we've played really well in this first half an hour. And there's no reason why we can't continue to do that. Here's Bruno now. Gordon's away down the left-hand side. Bruno sends a wonderful ball through. What a ball that was, and it's just cleared. And Bruno's been sensational, Billy, in this first half an hour.
He has, yeah. He has indeed.
But every time it's going on to the right-hand side with Miggy, the move's dying. And people say, oh, you're having to go with Miggy again. But I'm sorry, Miggy's had a shocker. We've played really well, though. And Bruno wins. Is that a throw-in by the corner flag, or is it a corner? Or has he given it to Forest? He's given it to Forest. So it must have took a little touch. But here we are again, Billy, with the Forest goal. I mean, it was a shocker for Miggy trying to find Trippier when he did. And it's a lovely ball played through. But
Botman's getting back. Botman's getting back to get a challenge in there. That's shocking defending. Shocking goalkeeping.
Yeah. I mean, they're looking at Dan Burn as if it's his fault. I mean, I don't know what the commentary's saying about Dan Burn, but to be honest...
But we're aware that it's a massive mismatch. We don't want to see it. And here we go again.
Yeah, over the top Burn. That's not a good header, though. Straight to Awamyi. Botman gets a foot in and it's cleared away. And suddenly, Forest have got that kind of energy about them again, throwing themselves into tackles now. And coming forward again now, down the right with Elanga. Cuts it back. Oh, touched by Gibbs White. And he couldn't find Awamyi. And we get a throw in out of all that. But Forest have upped the game. But we've let them, Billy, because obviously a goal's going to give them a little bit of inspiration.
100%. This is all on the momentum of that goal. When it's given them a boost of confidence. They will never win the game. We've allowed them back into it.
But the thing is, Billy, those headers that we're talking about from Dan Burn, we've just seen one there.
Yeah, head it out. Just head the ball out of play and deal with it.
He's just flicked it back straight to Awamyi.
Yeah, shocking. You just deal with it. You deal with it. Deal with the throw in. You don't just flick
it. Head it out. Exactly. But, nice little dummy there. Gibbs White couldn't take it. It's played back to Dubravka. He can't pick it up, of course. Lays it out to Botman. Botman challenged by Elanga, and Elanga wins the ball, but it goes for a goal kick. And suddenly the Forest fans are obviously up for it, and the Forest players have reacted to the goal. And suddenly all the good hard work we've done in the first half an hour is all gone.
Yeah.
Rubbish. But listen, we just need to screw our heads back on, start playing the way we were. As Miley makes a lovely turn then, breaks forward for Newcastle. Lots of space on the right-hand side now for Sean Longstaff. In fact, acres of space for Longstaff. Lays it into Almiron now. Miggy turns back onto his left, lays it up to Trippier. Trippier clips it forward to Longstaff. Not the best ball for Longstaff, and he's backheeled it to nobody. But it was a very difficult ball for Sean, to be honest, as Trippier comes across now and Forest break through. How is he allowed to get through that? And what a ball out to Elanga, but he can't control it. Oh, Forest would have been away again there.
Yeah, if we're playing 2 6s, they both went together then. You know, Morley and Longstaff.
Yeah.
They're back in the system now, but
the thing is, we were so bloody disciplined in that first half an hour, and then Forest score, and we've just lost our heads a little bit. Bruno, ball across to Longstaff now, just over the halfway line for Newcastle. Looking for options. Gets one from Almiron. Plays it back to Longstaff. Longstaff into Bruno. Bruno trying to play Wilson away there. Good interception though. And Forest playing some nice little 1-2s, but you've got to be careful. They don't get caught out because we are swarming them. But somehow Forest managed to keep the ball. Here's Gibbs White. But you often find that, Billy, suddenly bounces start going your way as Williams gets around Anthony Gordon and breaks forward. He's got it's Gibbs White again to his right-hand side, but a really good tackle from Dan Burn. 33 gone at the City Ground. It's Forest 1, Newcastle United 1, and annoying is the word, I'd say, so far.
Yeah, it is very annoying. You know, we'd start the game fantastically well. We were controlling it. Miggy gives the ball away. Fantastic pass. One pass gets a Langer in from Gibbs White. But it's the goalkeeping coming out and stopping. If he's going to come out and clear it.
Just come out and make a slide tackle. Go with your legs.
Stop. Yeah, he stops.
You know, you keep running. You make a sliding tackle. You clear the ball.
That goal doesn't go with Nick Pope in. I'll tell you that for nothing.
No, I don't think it does either.
And he clears that. And Dubravka could have cleared it.
I mean, it was a shocking pass from Miggy that started it all off. I mean, what he was thinking, I do not know. But he's done 3 or 4 of them so far in the first half. But a long throw coming in again from Forest. What a throw that is with no run-up, by the way. But we managed to clear the ball, and it has to go all the way back to Matt Sells.
Keep pressuring him because he's shite.
Indeed. Possession in the last 5 minutes, 52 to Nottingham Forest now. Whereas it was literally nothing in the first half. Foxy says it's not even just Burn, it's everything. Front three can't hold on to the ball. The midfield is easy to pass through. Defence is a shambles. The Bradford no man's land equals Newcastle United. Well, I think you've been a bit harsh, Foxy, you know, in your generalisation of the whole game. I think I'd agree with you the last 10 minutes. As Forest have an injury here, it's Murillo, I think, who's down. And that'll be a blow to them if he's got to go off. But he's holding the back of that Achilles again.
Yeah, second time he's been down with it, isn't it? So, I don't know if they've got a bench centre half-wise.
I mean, guys, people are starting to have a sort of dig at Eddie Howe in the chat. I mean, what's Eddie to do? He's made changes to the gameplays and the formation, and it was working perfectly.
Yeah.
And then because of players making stupid mistakes, i.e. Mickey with a stupid pass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shocker.
You've got the whole of the length of the pitch to get back though. I mean, it's awful. It's an awful goal. And it's all down to me you can blame Burn as much as you like. He's never going to win that foot race. But for Dubravka to come out and give him that and make it easy for him.
But again, Billy, you know, we're talking about a foot race here again. You know, he's never going to win the foot race.
No, he's not.
Should he be playing? If he's never going to win a foot race, he's got to play the quicker players, surely.
Well, so,
you know, you could say that as well. I mean, would he got there if Livramento was playing? I don't think that goal is if Tino's on the field.
No,
I think Tino has the pace to get back and make the tackle. But then
I don't think the goal scored if Dubravka just comes out to the edge of his 6-yard box. If I'm perfectly honest.
Well, look, the bottom line is if you leave your penalty area like that, you go in with your feet, you make a sliding tackle, you don't just stop.
You've got to make the ball.
You especially, Billy, don't stop and leave your legs wide open for him just to kick the ball through.
No. Well, if you're going to come out that far, you've got to make the ball. Otherwise, well, that's what happens, basically.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all on the goalkeeper for me.
Fabian Scher now bringing it forward for Newcastle United. Again, meanders forward, no challenge on him. Burn now to Anthony Gordon, who has looked very good in this first half. What a ball that is out to the right-hand side to Kieran Trippier. Trippier's first-time ball, but nobody made the run there. Well, I mean, it was a lovely ball from Trippier. And Miggy's sort of standing in near the 6-yard box.
And they've got out as well. Really well
I
played.
don't think he'd keep that in there, but he's done well to keep that in as Williams. My God. And again, skips inside Anthony Gordon. Williams has Alanga in support. Here is Alanga. Williams has made a run. Good block by Dan Burn. Because if that was through there, Miley was struggling to get back on Williams. But it's again, Billy, it's pace. And it's what we were talking about at the start of Matchday live show. It's pace. And whatever we say, surely we've got to put players in that can accommodate the pace. Len, thank you for your super chat. End to end, you have to admit it's interesting. Still time for more goals. Let's hope we are the ones getting them. How are the lads? Yeah, it is end to end, but Forest are on top, I have to say, the last 7 or 8 minutes.
I think Nuno's got away with murder here, I've got to be honest. He's been totally outcoached, and it's one move. And
yeah, that goal doesn't happen, Billy. We're still on top. I mean, we were cruising in this game. And Eddie got the tactics right.
Yeah, you can't blame the manager.
Cruising.
You 100% cannot blame the manager for an awful goalkeeping mistake.
Anyway, Gibbs White is going to take this this free kick for Nottingham Forest, floating it towards the penalty area. No, he doesn't. He plays it low. And it's back to Gibbs White now. Plays it out wide to Alanga. Alanga has got Williams making the run. Williams swings in the cross. And Callum Wilson got his left foot to it, but it couldn't quite control it. And Botman sweeps it up. And a throw into Forest. I don't think Callum Wilson got the touch on that he wanted there, because it kind of bounced off his left foot there. But luckily for us, our Rolls Royce was there this time to clear the ball.
I think we just need to get to half time now with it being level.
Yeah,
they've got the momentum coming in for us.
And it's such a shame, because that first 20, 27, 28 minutes was a joy to watch.
Yeah,
we were playing some lovely stuff. In comes the long throw again. Byrne wins the header. Good work by Gordon, putting Williams off there. But again, a scramble in the box. That's got to be a foul on Bruno, and a free kick to Nottingham Forest. And book him, referee, for dissent. Look at him. He's not even saying anything. That's a weak referee, that. That is a very weak referee.
It's just poor Taylor, isn't it?
Botman for Newcastle now to Longstaff. Back to Sven Botman. Longstaff. He's got Share to his right. Of course, Trippier further forward in this kind of 3 at the back when we've got the ball. Share swings a ball to the left-hand side. Anthony Gordon picks it up again. Had a lot of the ball in this first half, Gordon. He's done really well. And now he's making waves towards the byline again. Brilliant left foot cross, and it's cleared away from Forest. Bruno making a challenge in there. Williams has it for Forest. Bruno is in. Williams trying to keep the ball in play for Nottingham Forest here, and does. But he doesn't get the ball away. It's come to Miley. He lays it to Byrne. Byrne looking for support. Gets it from Bruno. Bruno skips inside and plays it back now to Botman. Botman in turn has Fabian Schär on the halfway line now for Newcastle. Lays it back to Sven Botman. Botman will bring it forward. Inside now to Bruno again. Botman looking for somebody to make a run, but it's all very static in front of him at the minute. Byrne now out to Anthony Gordon again on the left. Gordon cuts inside this time, goes around Williams. Good run this from Gordon, plays it into Wilson. Can't hold on to it, but does well to get the ball back. He is Bruno, but Bruno can't hang on to the ball. And the referee plays an advantage. Forest break away, and they've got pace coming forward here. And Forest are in. It's a chance here. They've got Alanga to the right. Alanga into the box against Byrne. He's let it come across him. Alanga's cross is a deep one. Headed away well. And a corner to Forest. Billy.
Yeah, it's that counter-attack again, isn't it? You know, we're saying we're having 2 sixes, but they all go forward at once, and there's no one sitting back. And that foul from Bruno, the ref played a good advantage for Forest. But there's Longstaff getting out sprinted there by Hudson-Odoi. No sixes in the picture at all. Miley just getting back there, but good defending the back post from Fabian Schär to clear the danger away.
Yep. Corner to Forest. The one thing we don't want to do, Billy, is concede before half-time, because that would be a serious knife in the back, considering the early part of this game. But, you know, at the end of the day, we'd only have ourselves to blame as well. We've took our eyes right off the ball here.
The 2 sixes have got to play with discipline, and you know, they can't all flood forward. Good
catch by Dubravka from the corner. He's looking to get it away quickly, and he does, and finds Fabian Schär. Schär's got options. Gordon to the left. Schär just nips it into Kieran Trippier. Trippier inside now to Miley. Miley to Fabian Schär. Shares under pressure, taken out late. That's a free kick, surely. And Cher asking questions there. That was a nasty one there. The ball was mild. That's what Cher's pointing out, Billy. The ball had gone for a long time. And now we're just looking at somebody in a hat. Who is that?
I'm assuming he's famous, but I don't know who it is. They look familiar, but I don't know who they are.
Is it a Forest player? I know they've got injuries. It could well be a Forest player for all we know, but I don't know.
It looked like Stuart Ford, but I know it weren't.
Trippier plays the long free kick towards the edge of the penalty area, bounces around, headed by Cher! Oh, what a goal by Fabian Cher! And he's on the score sheet again! And Newcastle United are 2-1 up and basically tickle my tonsils, not with a lion bar this time, but with a snicker. It's 2-1 to Newcastle United. Billy, what a finish that is, by the way.
Do you know what? It's a fantastic assist from Botman as well. They headed across to Cher on the volley. Yep. And it should have been tickle my tonsils with the Toblerone. The Swiss master was...
Yes, it should have.
Fantastic volley. But a great header from Botman. He's done that on purpose.
Oh, it's
on the half volley,
Billy.
in fact.
Look at that.
That's really
a header.
Terrific header from Botman. Fantastic finish from Cher.
Yeah.
And yes, deservedly back in front again.
Well, hopefully that will regain the confidence, Billy. And we were talking about a knife in the back if Forest scored. It's a knife for them in the back. But we, given the all-round performance of the first half, I mean, look, the goals have been brilliant from us. And hopefully we can get going again.
Let's see the Sixers play with a bit of discipline. They can't all go at once. And that's as simple as that. One's got to sit. If they both go, we're left with that counter-attacking situation again.
Absolutely. Rachel Pedley, thank you very much for your super sticker. That is much appreciated. Botman, not the best clearance in the world there. I'm not sure what Botman was aiming for there. Forest have the ball back. Couple of minutes to go. Well, we're in the last minute of normal time in the first half. There will be a little bit of time to be added on here, as it's back with Matt Sells, who, it's fair to say, Billy, had no chance with that goal. It was just absolutely stroked home on the half volley by Fabian Cher, who is in a real goal-scoring period of his career at the moment.
And when he's got feet like that, it's no wonder. It was a fantastic finish. Again, you cannot not give credit to Sven Botman for that terrific assist header. Fantastic centre-half partnership there.
Yeah. George, thank you for another £5. Alanga's gone down there. Anthony Taylor says no. I mean, I think he's played for that, Billy, if I'm openly honest. George, thank you for your super chat. He says, yes, hopefully the wingers can calm down now. Or the wingers. Yes, indeed. And, well, he hasn't given a foul there either. And good interception by Byrne. Miley gets in with a challenge.
50 pence piece.
5 minutes of additional time at the end of the half.
Oh, Bruno.
Wow. And still he plays on here. Gibbs White trying to get beyond Dan Byrne. Byrne takes a touch and then clears it.
Better.
And, well, I mean, we're going to see this incident again. Elanga and Byrne. I mean, it's outside the box anyway. It's not in the box anyway, Billy. It's outside the penalty area. And there's no foul there. That's a
foul over. Funny.
Yeah. There's definitely no foul. There's no trip there. Absolutely not. There's nobody tripped him over there, Billy. He's took a dive.
Yeah, he took a dive. Should be yellow carded for it.
Throw in, it comes into the box, headed away well. I think that was Miley got ahead to that. Forest again, ball cross, played away. Not a great clearance from Byrne, I have to say. And then Dubravka makes a wonderful catch at the back post. Much better goalkeeping from Dubravka. I don't think we've seen the last of the goals in this game, Billy. I mean, it's suddenly Newcastle United's games are just full of goals. As Gordon now has another run inside to Wilson. Wilson, poor again. I haven't been impressed with Wilson this half, Billy, or Miggy, to be honest. The two of them should have done a bit more for me. Toon Gamer, thank you for your super chat. 88 goals this season in all our games. I mean, that is incredible. You want entertainment? You watch Newcastle United, Billy. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Miley now plays it back to Dan Burn. Burn trying to get it forward, intercepted, but then comes in with an absolute power header. Longstaff, that's a lovely little ball into Bruno, who's got acres of space here. It's Bruno, plays it inside to Wilson now. Wilson into the penalty area. Callum Wilson on his left pet. He tried to dink it through the defender on his right foot. That went out.
Yeah.
And a throw into Newcastle, and Wilson.
I wish he could have hit that with his left. Had a good blast with his left there.
Yeah. He just tried to dink it with his right in the end because he ran out of options. But for me, Billy, a bit more decent play in the final third with the front three, and we can bag so many goals here for me.
I agree. I think they look very poor at the back.
Burn now does well to get it to Anthony Gordon. Gordon switches play inside to Trippier. Trippier nods it down to Fabian Schär. Schär takes a touch. He's away again. Fabian Schär taking on the world here. And he's caught and has a bit of a limp. He's gone down. Caught on the ankle again there, Fabian Schär.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Latchies, isn't they?
Yep. Schär's back on his feet, but looks very, very, very uncomfortable. Gordon now. Inside to Lewis Miley. Miley all the way back to Botman. Botman takes a touch, lays it to Kieran Trippier. Now out wide to Almiron. Inside to Longstaff. This is better again from Newcastle. Longstaff can't find Miggy though. And Forest try and come forward again. And they've sprung us, but Botman is back there this time.
Defending. There you go.
Oh, strong. Wami just bounces off him like a bouncy ball hitting the pavement. Sit down, son, says Sven.
I don't think Botman was playing at St James, was he?
I can't remember. No, I don't think he... Well, I'm not sure, Billy, to be honest. Schär kind of... I don't know whether Yates caught him or whether he went over on his ankle. Just seeing it again.
Mr. Dominguez caught the back of his ankle, didn't he?
Oh, no, it is. It's Yates.
No.
That's a nasty one from Yates.
You know, that's about his fifth
Studs
as well.
up again.
Shithouse.
Wow, that was a lot worse than I actually thought. But here come Forest. Alanga on the edge of the box. It's a terrible touch, and Botman clears it well. And now Bruno, it is Bruno forced. But how is that not a foul, by the way?
Yeah, he pushed all over the shot, weren't he?
Well, the 5 minutes are up. Now, surely you got to. Well, he's going to allow this Forest attack to happen.
Of course he is.
It's on the edge of the box now. Shot comes in. It's gone in.
Oh, dude, Bradford is near post. What the fuck?
What has happened there?
Jammy
it's Hudson Odoi. What happened there?
If there's no deflection there, then again, it's the Czech. It's the Slovak, I should say.
That's got to be a deflection, Billy. That has to be. If that's not a deflection, get Karius on immediately. Surely that deflected.
Yeah,
yes, it did. It hits Fabian Schär and flies into the net. And unbelievably, the last kick of the first half. And it's 2-2. Unbelievable. Oh, it hits Miley, actually. It hits Miley's arm, Billy.
That's so lucky, isn't it?
To be fair to Bravka, he's got no chance with that.
No, you can't blame him.
Not a sound chance of that. And Rick O'Shea has arrived this time to concede against us. And Hudson Odoi, Fabian Schär is kicking off. And rightly so. It was how have VAR not intervened with that, by the way?
Yeah.
It was an awful tackle on Fabian Schär, that. Well, it wasn't even a tackle. It was a deliberate attempt to injure, in my opinion. Going to me, he studs up like that, right on the bottom of the leg. Wasn't even trying to get the ball.
I mean, Nuno's got a bit of a hex over. He's such a lucky manager. You know, how on earth are they level in this game? It's
the halftime whistle's gone, and it's Nottingham Forest 2, Newcastle United. Oh no, it hasn't gone. I've gotten a bit quickly then, blown the way. Well, it has gone now, and it is 2-2 at halftime, Billy.
Yeah, we played really well. Couple of things have gone against us. The goalkeeper at fault for the first goal, and the second one was just a ridiculous deflection. On the main, we played really, really well. The new system was working. We're not quite disciplined enough for it to work perfectly, but we should be ahead. We should be ahead. No doubt about it.
look, there's been some very, very good performances in that first half, Billy, but I'm sorry, but Wilson and Almiron haven't been at the races for me. Wilson's tried to hold the ball up. He's lost it a few times. Miggy's passing has been absolutely dreadful. I mean, dreadful, Billy.
Yeah, Miggy's been an absolute waste of time, hasn't he? Wilson needs to get himself in the game more. But giving them the ball with 3 defenders around him, it's kind of hard for him. So, yeah, my main fear, I didn't look at the Yates challenge, though. I've got to be perfectly honest.
Dean Stevenson saying, sack Eddie Howe now. What are you talking about? Eddie's changed this today. We've all been asking him to make a change, right? And he's changed the system, and really well. He's changed the system really well, and it's worked to the main. It's been mistakes that have cost us for goals. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, we're joined by Stato. Good evening, mate.
Evening, how we doing?
Well, disappointed, to be honest, that we're 2-2 because I thought we played very well.
Yeah, really interesting game. Really difficult to explain tactically because I felt like, again, the burn start is wrong because it's how we've conceded. Yep. However, I liked the interesting shape changes. There were phases of 3 at the back with Miley and Trippier as the 2 in front, Bruno further forward. Build-up was really interesting. Big switches to Gordon. Lots of new exciting things. Longstaff out wide hugging the touchline doesn't really work because he's not got the skill set to do that, which is a shame because it's really creative. I like the idea. Really interesting tactical changes. Lovely goal by Bruno.
Eddie's been working on in training as well, Alex, which is good to see.
Yeah, I absolutely love. It's refreshing. It's all brought down by the fact that Dan Burn's been picked, and I'm at a point now where I can't defend him anymore because everybody called it, and I understand he tried to change the shape to try and react to that, but we've had a couple of foot races. He's lost all of them, albeit an overhit pass. He managed to get a good challenge in, but apart from that, we conceded because of it. In terms of the second goal, I think that's down to the referee. Yates is on 4 fouls, not a single card. The position from the shot from Hudson-Odoi came from Fabian Schär's position just outside the box. He's injured. He's limping. Yates should have been booked. We should have had a free kick. That should have all been sorted out. It possibly should have been checked as well. It was studs on him. It was horrible. Very unfortunate for Miley. I think Miley's been exceptional so far. Little body feints and literally bypassing the entire Forest midfield by a 17-year-old. Just little body feints getting us on the attack. Bruno as an attacking midfielder is refreshing as well. I love the system changes. It's so creative. But the Burn thing is the letdown. I mean,
Susan Fagan saying doesn't mean Livramento wouldn't lose to Langa's pace. Livramento wouldn't have been beaten there. I'm sorry.
You don't have to be beaten though. If you can slow him down,
slow him down,
jostle him. It then gives, and a lot of people blaming Dubravka for that. Well, I mean, we're asking Dubs to play the Pope role, and we know he's not Nick Pope. We bought Nick Pope because Dubravka can't do that. We can't blame him that he still can't do that. We know he can't do that.
But if he carried on running those style, he may have made it. He'd come and stop.
You've got to come and
that's why we bought Nick. That's why we bought Nick Pope because Dubravka can't do that.
He's not done it for the 6 games or 10 games before that. What did he suddenly do it now?
I think the blame.
I think Botman's getting across. I think Botman's getting across.
Potentially, I still think it needs to go down to Burn there specifically for that. But we've scored 2 goals, lovely goals, but we've conceded. Schär's goal was immaculate as well. Great work from Botman there. He got the assist. Trippier is now on 10 assists for the season. Magnificent. I read that it's the first player to get double figures assists in a season since Robert. Great. But then it's just been let down by a few negatives, but we're still massively in the game, and we hope.
I don't think we've seen the end of the goals yet, Alex. That's a certainty.
We're 100% better than them, I've got to say.
Yeah, got a few super chats, etc., to go through. Let's see where we were at. There we are. Chris Butcher, thanks for your super chat. He says, "How long is Eddie sticking with his favourite Burn?" Matt, who's been a member for 13 months, says Barnes has to come on for Miggy. Offers absolutely nothing. Ian Chilvers, a member for a year. Thank you, Ian, for your support. Remind me again why we got Hall and Tino. Dr. House, thank you for your super chat. Gutted we are 2-2. Love the commentary as always, Paul and Billy. I agree with you about Eddie. We need to start Tino more at left back. And Calvin, thank you for your super chat as well. He says Byrne has incriminating photos of Eddie in his safe. Also, Schär is more of a threat up front than Callum Wilson. Interesting. Interesting. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat as well. Eddie has to make changes. Barnes on, Murphy on, Tink on the, and then it's nothing. I don't know what he's trying to say there, but thank you. Look, Miggy's not been good, Alex. He's given the ball away so many times. He gave the ball away for the first goal, to be fair. He hasn't looked confident on the ball at all. Callum's trying. He's trying to make little runs. He's trying to hold the ball up, but it's one of those frustrating games again for Callum where nothing seems to be sticking.
Yeah, look, this is a wrong matchup for Callum Wilson. It has been since the first game of the season 2 years ago. Niakate is a mismatch. He has him on toast. Callum can't beat him in a duel. He never has been able to. The last 2 years, the only reason we won that game is Fabian Schär from 30 yards out, and Callum Wilson got a cheeky little dink. It's really, really hard for him. And in terms of Miggy and Longstaff, I think the reason they're struggling is because it's a little bit of a system change. It's Miggy coming inside a little bit and Longstaff hugging the touchline, and they're not communicating very well. Think the passes aren't working. Both of them together keep losing the ball on that far side. So there's a few people in the chat saying we've been cut through in midfield. Completely disagree. I think the few times they've countered has been because Miggy and Longstaff have had their wires crossed a bit. It's not because we've been cut through. It's because they've made a couple of mistakes on the ball that have started the counter-attack, and there's already players out of position. It's not that we've been cut through. It looks like we've actually mitigated that system-wise. I'm kind of impressed with that, especially with. I never thought, nobody would have ever predicted that the shape that would stop it would be Miley next to Trippier, with Bruno nowhere near the defence. And it seems to be working. We got cut in the counter-attack because they're just losing the ball high up, being silly. We need better system. We need better ball retention on that right side when Longstaff's hugging the touchline. He needs to be more careful with the ball. The thing is, if you bring Murphy on, he's not left-footed. Can you do the same kind of thing we're trying with Murphy? Maybe that's why he's chosen it. The perfect player to do this is Toon Army, and he's not available. It's just really annoying. We've got players to play this shape. This is probably what we were trying in pre-season. There's elements of it in there. This is kind of what he's been trying all along to prepare for. We just haven't got the personnel. He's trying it again. I really like it. It's just not quite have the right players to do it.
I'd like to see Harvey Barnes. See what Barnes can do.
I don't think Gordon's been a problem. Maybe you moved.
No, Gordon's been good. I've been very happy with Gordon, but maybe move Gordon on the right. And
that would be the shout. Yeah.
Edward, thank you for another super chat. He says, I have to say, the two worst players against Luton start again and play badly. Not good. James Ellison, thank you for being a member for nearly 2 years. Look at the system. Burn is not on as a left back. We are playing three centre backs when in possession. Keeper was at fault with first goal, not Dan Burn. Mark Mullins, thank you for your super chat. Burn should have been subbed after their first goal as Alanga is their only outlet with pace. So he should have brought Tino on. Simple as that. Pressure taken off. Simple. Why does Eddie see that? Sam A, thank you for your super chat. Forest is fast as hell on the counter. They are.
That's all they have. Well, that's all they literally have,
though. They scored 2 goals. How is the problem mitigated, says Adam?
No, the problem of cutting through the midfield was mitigated. The first goal was because we lost the ball being stupid with it. That's not them magically cutting through us. That's our own fault. We can fix that. Second goal was because Fabian Schär wasn't in his position and there was a lucky deflection on Miley. That's not because the midfield aren't in the right place necessarily. Both of their goals are not because the midfield was in the wrong place. It's just not. So regardless of what you say, they're not. No, Paul Tully, mate. You've said it 3 times. They're absolutely not. You're watching the wrong game.
I don't think they're cutting through the midfield. Certainly not as much as we've seen our midfield cut through loads of times. It's been on the wings, and the wings have cut inside.
It's big switch to Alanga.
By the way, VAR have confirmed that the challenge by Yates was accidental.
Accidental.
An accidental stamp on the toe.
I mean, how is that accidental when you lift your foot up like that and you put your studs into the bottom of his shin? How is that accidental? I mean, it's ludicrous. But look, the simple thing is, Billy, if we go out there for the start of the second half, play like we did in the first 27, 28 minutes, we can get another couple of goals and kill this game.
I think so. I think we just got to cut the little errors out that they've cost us so far. If we cut them out, I think we will score another couple of second half, no doubt about it.
Sky apparently have said they disagree with VAR because they thought it was naughty and he knew what he was doing.
Of course he did.
Yep.
Well, we know the play. We know the type of player he is. However, that's been brought on by Anthony Taylor being a total dick and not booking him earlier on for loads of fouls. Just kept on niggly little fouls that he didn't get on.
They can't cancel a goal at half time once. You know what I mean? It's simple as that.
It's been an odd referee performance. It's been very odd. There was a couple of ones on Bruno where I thought, we got a bit lucky there, a bit generous, and then there were a few that I thought that weren't given. Very 50-50 with a lot of the challenges, to be fair. It's very odd refereeing so far.
I mean, look, some of the tackles that were flying, there was, I think about 10 minutes before half time, there was a few tackles near our penalty area flying, and I thought, wow, and I actually thought to myself, well done, referee, for letting the game go. It's nice to see a few crunching tackles go in and the referee not be whistle happy. But then the others, you kind of look and think, what's he doing? I mean, he's just not consistent at all. I mean, there's no yellow cards in that first half, and you might ask yourself, how?
Yates is on 4 fouls, with one of them being quite severe. So I'm not sure how in anybody's book that's not a yellow for the 4 fouls.
Well, exactly. But
as soon as he looks at someone in the second half, he needs to go into the book immediately.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if Eddie's got the balls really to pull Miggy off and put Gordon on that side. I don't think he will. I think if he pulls Miggy off, I think he'll put Murphy on. I don't think he'll bring Barnes on.
I mean, I think everybody wants the same sub. I think we want Barnes and Livramento on at half time. Yeah. I think 90% of people would agree with that.
But he's very reluctant.
I mean,
he doesn't make changes at half time though, does he? Unless there's an injury.
No.
So I mean, I don't know where. I think this game is very winnable for us, but I think we've got to see more from Callum. And we've got to, if Miggy stays on the pitch, we need to see more from him because he's done nothing in this game. For all the possession we've had, we've actually, apart from Gordon, the front 3, the other 2 haven't been at it. And I think that's kind of let us down a little bit. Kieran, thank you for your super chat. He says, I think Anthony Taylor is at fault for playing an extra minute more.
Well, he did. He played longer than what he should have done, yeah.
Well, I mean, look, I think we're being very picky if we keep saying that was the reason for the goal. I think there's other reasons why that goal happened that shouldn't have happened. But look, I mean, Eddie faces a big 45 minutes here, doesn't he, Alex? I mean, it's a big 45.
Look, I mean, realistically, we're not going to keep scoring from set pieces. We've massively improved our set piece return in recent weeks. We're a lot better at them. The nice little corner routine with Trippier's deep ball in for Bruno, and it was just world-class technical ability from Bruno. Not many players can keep that down. And then the second one is just Botman being a bully because he's amazing, and Cher being, quite unusually talented for a centre-half with his feet. And we need to be able to create something from open play. We need to get Callum more of the ball. We need to get Gordon more involved. And whoever's on the right, whether it's Miggy or someone else comes on, we need to get them more involved. Because we're not just going to keep getting gifted set-piece goals. They're going to mark people. We need to be able to score from open play. I don't know. I just feel like they'll try and tidy it up. We're not going to score 3 goals from set plays in one match. Really? I mean, maybe. But we need to be able to score from open play.
Well, they ain't great at defending on, but we need to get some crosses in for Callum. Simple as that. We haven't done it yet.
Yeah, true.
I mean, to be fair, Callum's had nothing. Yeah, he's had nothing to feed on. Well, the good news is Cher is back out for the second half, so he's looking okay. We haven't made any changes at half time, so all those things about making changes.
There's an interesting point that Adam Bailey's just made as well, that playing Bruno slightly further forward kind of reduces the odds of getting a yellow. But now you've said it, he's going to get a yellow straight away. So
yeah, well, we'll see. Alex, we'll catch you at full time, bud.
Yeah, hopefully for a win. See you later, everyone.
Right, okay. A couple of super chats came in there while Stato was chatting. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. Miggy running around like a headless chicken. And Charles Boseman, thank you for your super chat. Rashford's red card was accidental, no consistency. Well, we know there's no consistency in this game of football, in this game we love anymore. Anyway, Forest will get us underway. They're attacking the Trent end, and Newcastle, of course, attacking their supporters in the second half. No changes at half time, but I'm hoping that Billy, the half time hasn't. I want the the right Newcastle to turn out for the second half, Billy, as we've seen sometimes, half-time breakers let us down a little bit.
Yeah, I want to see us go back to how we started the first 25 minutes of this game and play that for the next 45. Because if we do that, we'll win the game convincingly.
Absolutely.
I want to see a bit more discipline with the sixes, whether it be Longstaff or Miley, when we're defending.
By the way, we are underway again for the second half. Immediately, Forest on the attack. Miley clears the ball. I mean, Hudson-Odoi that's a good ball into on Wemmy, and outside now to Hudson-Odoi on the left, going at Kieran Trippier. Hudson-Odoi floats a cross in, good header away by Fabian Schär. Great position in there. Yates hits a shot, which is a good block by Bruno. Forest started on the front foot for this second half. Nigel B, welcome to Members Club. Thank you very much for your ongoing support, my man. Gibbs White now plays it left for Hudson-Odoi. Cuts back onto his right, plays it inside again. And again, Forest patiently building up, looking for that ball into the area. It's played in. It was a great run by Gibbs White, actually. And again, going in rather late there. Fabian Schär gives him a pat on the shoulder. I think Gibbs White came out worse than Schär. I'm just looking at Schär there, Billy. He doesn't look exactly 100% comfortable.
No, he doesn't. Absolutely not. But we do have options on the bench, but it would be a massive loss if we were to lose Schär.
Well, I mean, his defending, his goal scoring, his passing.
He looks all right now.
Yeah, he's on the ball now.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, no, he just had a little limp there, Billy, when the ball went out of play. That didn't look good, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the fact he let it go out of play was definitely in Fabian Schär-like.
Yeah, Hudson-Odoi running the Trippier here. Trippier uses his strength. Forest fans claiming a handball. Well, VAR are going to have a look at this, Billy. I mean, the Forest fans were incensed there.
Well, that's such a hand.
Now then.
Is it in the box when it touches him? No, it's not. Not in the box.
Oh, tell you what, that's bloody close.
It's not in the box.
No, it's not in the box. But VAR have said play on anyway, so it wasn't a penalty. The VAR can't give a free kick, of course, so
no.
Play goes on. It should have been a corner, though. to be fair,
yeah, of course it should have.
Which I don't understand if.
But they can't, can they?
Well, no, absolutely not.
They can't give free kicks. They can't give corners.
All
again,
over Bruno.
Sliding through him again.
That's shocking. I mean, Taylor needs to get a stamp on that because it's just ridiculous now. He thinks he can get away with anything, which is worrying given how much of a little rat he is.
Yeah, he's going to wait until one of our players gets carted off on a stretcher. That's the point.
Well, yep. And we've seen that many, many times before, Billy Bob.
He's a typical Nuno player, isn't he? He likes these little ratty players. Willie Bowley's there. He's another one. Obviously, he's at the AFCON thing.
AFCON, yeah. It's back with Schär at the minute, who plays the ball nicely back to Dubravka, who's got plenty of time now. Rolls it out to Sven Botman, who brings it forward for Newcastle United. Over 2,000 watching, guys. Thank you very much for your support again on the stream. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Click on that logo. Come and join us as a subscriber. Free to do so. And, of course, keep the thumbs up coming if you're enjoying the commentary, guys.
But again, these two are still there. Look, Longstaff and Miley. I mean, it's only when we have the ball when Trippier comes inside.
Yeah.
I mean, Stato said it was like a permanent thing, but it's not. It's only when we have the ball.
No. Well, it looks like he's not now, Billy. You know, we're in possession of the ball now, and he's staying out wide. So I don't know whether they've just said, "Oh God, that was a terrible ball by Miggy back to Longstaff." Though, I mean, it was rocketed into him, and Longstaff had a right go at him there.
Yeah, quite rightly too.
I mean, Jesus, that's gone out. Surely to Christ, no, says the linesman. I mean, you know, a simple pass like that is exactly what we're talking about in this game, Billy. Just roll it back to Longstaff. He's in control of the ball, but he fired it into him.
Yeah, it's been nothing short of shocking, hasn't he, Miggy? Oh, dear, might have been done there.
Yeah. Oh, there's a chance here. Sprung the offside trip on Yemi. He's very wide of goal, but he scored. And the offside flag's gone up. He doesn't think he's offside.
Well, we'll see,
how is Dubravka beaten from that angle, Billy?
I don't know how it went in. Did he go his near post or what?
The linesman is convinced he's off.
He's well off.
He's miles offside.
Well off. It's a good offside line, actually.
Christ.
But let's see where he gets beat here. Well,
over the top of him.
It's not shocking. He'd gone down. That's why. But never mind. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, we got away with that, but it was miles offside, guys. It wasn't even close.
He went to
But
his
it's
knee,
another,
didn't
it's another Warden fired our way, Billy. I mean, we haven't started this second half very well, to be honest.
No, we haven't.
Forest have started very much on the front foot.
We've hardly got in their half at all, have we? And when we have, Mickey's been firing passes in 2 yards away at the top volley. Look at the state of him. Look.
Wow, he's
Very voted for
enthusiastic swinging that. I mean, Jesus. He's swinging that scarf like a machete. Here's Anthony Gordon on the halfway line. Back to Miley. Miley does well there to keep in control of the ball. Sparky D, Sparky D, 7th. Oh, that's not good. Oh, my God, we got away with that. Holy moly.
Outstanding from Longstaff there.
Certainly was. Really quick to get on the end of that. Sparky D7, thank you for your super chat. Very much appreciated, my friend. I mean, Botman was very lackadaisical. Oh, Burn. Oh. He's literally kicked it straight out of play, guys. Literally straight out of play.
Well, there's worrying signs here, Freddie, that, a couple of players haven't started the second half. Miggy's one of them. Burns, another one there.
Well, Miggy's never started the game, to be fair.
No, he hasn't. So, but he should have his subs being warmed up now, ready to come on at any given moment, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what's Miggy doing over there, look?
I don't actually know. Longstaff plays it to Gordon. Gordon over the top looking for Callum Wilson. But again, as Stato said, that the centre halves have had Callum Wilson wrapped up. Gibbs White does brilliantly there to get away from Miley. Plays the ball out wide now for Alanga. Alanga running it down Byrne. Byrne does well this time to win the ball. Well played, and plays it up to Bruno. Bruno's got 2 Forest players to deal with. Doesn't get a pass away, but gets the ball back. Ricochet went in our favour there, Billy. I just have to mention that, mate.
Yeah, for once. It's all right, Ricochet going in your favour and you're just on the edge of your own area.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was for a goal.
Longstaff telling Miggy to make a run instead of coming 2 yards in front of him. Wilson plays it out wide for Trippier. Trippier inside now again for Wilson. Trippier inside to Longstaff. Longstaff back to Trippier. The movement's not there like it was in the first half, Billy.
Doesn't seem to be going anywhere, do we? Here, maybe just trying to suckle them in.
Yep, here's Anthony Gordon, who has looked very lively today, no doubt about it. Into Bruno. Bruno's touch is poor though, and he's lost the ball. Gibbs White brings it away. Great tackle by Miley though, but Forest have the ball back. I mean, the moment, Billy. I mean, this is anybody's game, but Forest certainly started the second half.
Yes, without a doubt.
Good closing down there from Bruno. And again, cheers, gives a sign to the Newcastle fans right in front of the Forest fans. Safe to say that they're not impressed with that, Billy. Oh, dear. I mean, there's a time and a place, Bruno. Certainly not next to the Forest fans.
They seem to be insinuating there's a sperm bank donor.
Yes, they do. Throwing down the line, flicked on. Womney beats Botman and swung high into the air. Hudson-Odoi and Trippier under this. That's the sly little trip from Hudson-Odoi. Referee does not give a foul.
There's no advantage there, ref. No advantage.
Well, he played advantage, didn't he? But there wasn't any. I don't understand that at all. Trippier, Miggy does very well coming back to win the ball. We've got to be careful here. Here is Almiron deep in his own half on his left foot. Plays it inside to Miley. It wasn't the best ball. Miley's foul. Referee! And then an absolute shocker of a shot coming in from the left back. I'm not sure who that is, but it was awful on his right foot, and it's gone into River Trent. That, I mean, that is a foul by Gibbs White there.
All day, every day.
Dear me. But I'm sorry, Billy, but Eddie should have seen the way this has started, and he should have made a change now. I know we're only 9 minutes into the second half, but I'm sorry. You look at it, you say, right, the first 5 minutes we haven't got going here. I need to freshen it up.
Yes, you'd think so. I mean, I know you can't freshen the midfield up as such, but there's certainly attacking players you can switch.
Yeah, there's things he can definitely do. But here's Anthony Gordon on the halfway line now to Bruno. Bruno plays it back to Botman. Botman back to Bruno.
It's worrying that Bruno's having to come in so deep to get the ball now.
Yeah, that certainly wasn't the case in the first half an hour. In the first half, he was very much playing the attacking role. But Forest, I think, are pressing a bit more, Billy. They're certainly on top of us when we've got the ball. They're pressing a little more high, which they might run out of steam. You know, they are playing at a very fast pace at the minute, Forest, with the closing down, etc. Gordon again cuts inside. Very, very confident on the ball. Lays it into Longstaff. Clips Longstaff left foot. Lovely. Callum Wilson does brilliantly there to hang on to the ball and sets Longstaff away. Now we have Trippier in space down the right. There's a chance here at the far post. Oh, it's too high. Miggy's like a little dwarf. I mean, Miggy just didn't time that at all very well, but it was a deep cross. Bruno fighting 2 Forest players on the far side, and eventually Williams comes away with the ball, clips it forward to Onyemi. Good work by Botman. Thou shalt not pass. Fabian Schär now to Trippier again. Inside to Longstaff. Longstaff's touch is a bit heavy. He goes down.
That's a poor tackle again.
Well, it was late, Billy, but Longstaff's first touch didn't help him at all.
No, it didn't.
But it was Yates again.
No, it was Dominguez that time.
Oh, was it? Schär has the ball now in his own half. Rolls it across to Botman. Botman brings it over the halfway line for Newcastle United. Mickey's jump was hilarious there, Billy. I mean,
I don't know why he tried.
Nah, he was never getting there, was he? Absolutely not. Oh, Bruno has lost the ball. I'm not sure whether he felt he was clipped there, but the referee said no. And look at the pace from Hudson-Odoi down the left-hand side. Odoi still on the ball, plays it left. The cross is going to come in here, right to the byline for Forest. Good closing down by Kieran Trippier, corner Forest. It was a poor attempt by Nuno, to get the ball across the left back. He waited forever.
Yeah, we're in signs of Bruno starting to lose the ball a little bit more regularly now, and he looks knackered, if I'm perfectly honest.
Yeah, just gone down on his haunches there. He knew he lost the ball there and was probably very upset with himself.
Yeah.
It put us in trouble. Put us in deep trouble. However, we didn't concede. It was good defending by Kieran Trippier, who I think has been excellent today. Certainly looking back to his old self again is Kieran. Forest take a short corner, try to cross it in, and it bounces off. I think that's Bruno again, and another corner to Nottingham Forest.
It looks like we've brought everyone back. I'd like to see Gordon's go and camp himself on the halfway line. I really would. I really would.
Yeah, instead, Gordon is on the 6-yard. Well, he's on the penalty spot. I don't understand that.
How many headers are he going to win, Gordon? Get him up the pitch, give him something to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, a headed clearance suddenly comes to Gordon. You've got a chance of Gordon exploiting that. In comes the corner, headed away very well. I think it was Miley that got ahead to that. Forest still on the attack. Williams about 40 yards out. In comes the cross. It's a low one, headed away by Longstaff this time. Longstaff plays the left-footed ball through to Wilson. Wilson does brilliantly to hang on to it, but he's tackled eventually, and he's furious with Anthony Taylor. He thought he was brought down. I thought, to be fair, the Forest player won the ball, Billy.
Yeah, he was 3 against 1. He was never going to win the foot race. Good tackle from Williams, I thought. Frustration from Callum.
Absolutely. Len Simmons, thank you for your super chat. Get Burn and Livramento off, or it's going to be a 4-2 again.
Well, Burn just lost one in the air then.
And that Forest fan there's a little bit of afters going on there as well. And Botman's been shown a yellow card, and I think Gibbs White is also going to get a yellow card. So 2 yellows there. I'm not sure what happened there, Billy. It just seemed to go out for the offside flag went up, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah, well, Dan Burn lost the ball in the air, firstly, to the bloke on that wing, whoever it is. I don't know if it was a Lang or not. There you go. He's pushed
Botman
him,
gave him a little shove, trying to get
the ball back. He hadn't done anything. Oh, he pushed it.
Botman then pushes it, yeah.
Handbags.
Oh, both of us said handbags at the same time. Great minds think alike, Billy Bob.
I don't know what Gibbs.
I mean, there's no need for all that. I mean,
anyway.
Gibbs White can be a bit of a hothead at times.
But the yellow card potentially affects Botman more than does Gibbs White, doesn't it?
Mm. Yep. Oh, Harvey Barnes is coming on, Billy.
Well, let's hope it's for Miggy.
It's got to be for Miggy. It's got to be.
I've got a feeling it might be for Gordon.
Oh, please, no. It is for Miggy.
It's not. Thank God for that.
Yep.
And that's the change we'd have all made.
Yeah, Gordon goes onto the right, Barnes comes onto the left. That's fine by me. Miggy's had a shocker, an absolute stinker. Now a big opportunity for Harvey Barnes. Barnes looked superb last week when he came on, and we could do with some more of that. But again, he waits till the 60 minutes, Billy. It seems to be his favourite minute, doesn't it? The 60th minute for substitutions.
Well, maybe Harvey Barnes has only got half an hour's working his legs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gordon's going right. So that's exactly how we wanted it.
Had a chat with Eddie Howe.
We might get some crosses in now as well.
Absolutely. I mean, Gordon still looks fit, to be honest. He's well, there's Trippier gone into that midfield position again.
Back into it again now. Yeah, he's got back into it now. But it didn't start that way, and it didn't start that way in the first half either.
No, it didn't. Botman plays it out to Dan Burn. Down the line now to Harvey Barnes. First touch of the game. Just lays it back to Dan Burn. In turn across to Botman. Botman has Share way out on this near side here. Share can bring it forward now. Over the halfway line, clips the ball forward, looking for the run of Anthony Gordon, who can get there and gets a lucky bounce there and a goal kick to Forest.
Holding his groin there, Gordon.
Oh, no. Oh, he is holding his groin. Oh, no. You cannot take a risk of a groin, Billy, surely.
Well, he's still going.
No, he's limping there, Billy. See that clearance?
We'll
see how that develops. Gibbs White. Oh, a lot of space here for Forest. Clipped over the top, looking for a Langer, but brilliant covering by Dan Burn. That was really good defending by the big man.
Yes, it was. Outstanding.
Covered his two centre-backs there very well and did, for once, belt the ball into the stands, which is what we're crying out for him to do on numerous occasions. Well played, Dan Burn, sir.
Gordon is still concerned about that groin. He's looking down at it, but...
Yeah, this isn't good.
He's not limping.
No,
but he's not.
He's jogging there, but the problem is when he just
starts
sprinting, that is.
I mean, he looks all right.
Anyway, Matt Sells with a huge kick down the pitch. Oh, and it's in straight through. Oh, he's in. Can he score? Oh, he's tripped. No penalty. How has he missed that?
He tripped himself. I think he tripped himself.
How the hell has he missed that?
I think he's tripped himself over.
What a clearance it was from Matt Sells, but how does he get a clean through on goal? I mean, what's Botman doing there? Oh, I don't know, Billy. Dubravka's right arm went up.
Is that enough to bring him down?
Yes, I think this is a penalty, Billy.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
I think it's Dubravka's right arm. He puts
he handballed it there?
Nah, not for me. Watch it there. See that? That's a penalty, Billy. I think VAR will give the penalty here. There.
Yeah,
that right hand goes up and trips him.
Why is he bringing his arm up for, though? He's running out of play.
I don't know. I don't know why the right arm comes up from Dubravka, but I think this is a penalty, Billy. You know the side angle that we had where it showed the clip. But what are we doing defensively there anyway?
Well, just one ball's cut us all out again, isn't it? I mean, Botman's got a foot on it, so it's not a foul there.
But why put your right hand back up? If he keeps his hands down, you know, the goal, he doesn't get tripped. He's going. Oh, he's given it. He haven't give it. Wow.
I guess the VAR are thinking, well, a slight brush like that shouldn't be enough to bring down a big man like that.
Indeed. I mean, he should have done better anyway.
Yeah, he should have scored. Absolutely should have scored. Chris Wood would have scored there. Well, Chris Wood wouldn't have made that, but still.
I mean, that was shambolic. How do you get a one-on-one from a goal kick? That should never happen, by the way.
No, of course it shouldn't. But that's seemed to the all they have. One ball out of defence. And big half an hour this for Harvey Barnes. I want to see St James's Barnes rather than Etihad Barnes, if you get my meaning.
Yes.
You know, his performances away from home have been pretty poor, I've got to say. But hopefully he can change that today. What a passe is.
I mean, some people are saying that Dubravka should have been out a bit quicker for that, Billy. I mean, Nick Pope would have been on the edge of his box, of course. Anyway, Trippier with a beautiful ball to the back post. Finds Harvey Barnes now. Barnes into the penalty area. Running at Williams. Barnes, what a delightful ball in, but there's nobody there.
No.
Oh, brilliant from Barnes, Billy. Getting it on his right foot. What a cross. Oh, that's a good ball from Trippier down the line for Longstaff. And have we won a corner? No, we haven't.
I'm not sure I've ever seen from there.
To Nottingham Forest. Longstaff tells the linesman exactly what he thinks of him.
I'm not sure how the ref can see from there. The linesman, you know.
Now, who's he coming across the book here?
Probably Eddie Howe or Jason Tyndall, I imagine.
It's not. It's a
Forest.
And he looks baffled, to say the least. Hey, what are you talking about? But it is another yellow card to Nottingham Forest. I'm not sure why. I mean, he looks a little bit bewildered. Forest are going to make a change in a minute. And that looks like, is that Origi, Billy?
I think it is.
Oh, another late one on Bruno, by the way, from Yates. How here, man, referee? No, it's not Yates. It's Deming again. That's a couple from him, actually.
Yeah. Gordon, brilliant, yeah.
Here's Anthony Gordon, and the shot is over the bar. Shakuro, thank you for your super chat. A single decent pass can take out half of our team. It seems to be. I mean, look, I thought from the side angle it was a penalty because and I think you did, Billy, initially when he raised his right hand and we saw him clip his leg, but at the same time, looking at it from behind, it just sort of, he's ran into his leg and fell over. And he should have done a lot better anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, it was piss poor control. He should have scored, no doubt about it.
Anyway, Matt Sells takes the goal kick for Nottingham Forest. My stream's gone a little bit funny, so I'm just going to refresh it, Billy.
Okay, Bruno has it, plays it into Miley. Miley plays it wide for Barnes. Barnes going up against Williams. Williams backs off him. Barnes goes around the outside and plays it back to Miley. Miley back to Barnes again. Little 1-2 with the two of them. Barnes looking for a pass, hasn't got one, goes past one, and they get away with murder there for us. A little ricochet gets away, but it's a poor clearance. Bruno picks it up. 20 yards, up, goal! Go! What a goal! Bruno's got 20 yards! 20 yards! On them, curved into the bottom corner. Matt Sal's
Get in!
Great to Newcastle.
Oh, what a hit, son! What a hit! Into the bottom corner, and it is time to grab your granny because we're not going to bingo. We're going to Paris for a dirty weekend with a granny. It's a brilliant goal. It's 3-2 the Toon. Just sensational, Billy. What a hit, son.
Well, they got away with murder. Then it was a poor pass. Bruno stole in front of Morgan Gibbs-White and bent it to the bottom corner. Matt Salves maybe should have done better with that, actually. But he is kind of... Can you see properly? I don't think you can see, but it's a fantastic finish. He gets a hand to it, actually. Fantastic goal from Bruno. Yeah. He runs towards the Newcastle fans, and the bloke at the chase kind of stops him from going into the crowd. You see
oh, yes. Sean Wallace.
Wallace.
Yeah.
100% is Sean Wallace. Yeah.
He's got to be careful not to be booked, Bruno.
Well, yeah,
that would be a silly booking, wouldn't it? Billy, I'm on 67.22.
Just ahead of me then.
All right, okay. I may not stay on this because I've had to go into the full HD version, which sometimes I struggle with. But anyway, it is 3-2 to Newcastle. Somehow we are leading this game now, and Odwimi's off and Origi's on. So, wow, this has been a crazy game. An absolute crazy. Anoy, thank you for your super chat. Thank you very much. Just catching up, a $5 for each goal. My ticker is hating this. Well, I mean, Bruno scored 2 worldies today, Billy. There's no doubt about it. He's been sensational.
He did indeed. He has indeed. Just in that position, he just looks a better player, doesn't he?
Oh, God,
He's been hampered by playing in the 6th role. Anyway, we're on the attack again.
We are again. Miley plays it out wide now to Harvey Barnes. Barnes cuts in on his right foot. Barnes, still Barnes. Well, just behind Longstaff.
It was nearly a fantastic.
Who tried to cheekily stick his right foot behind him to try and control the ball. That would have been sensational. It
was nearly a terrific spot from Barnes. That just a yard beyond Longstaff. Otherwise, well, who knows what would have happened? But terrific spot.
Niall, who's been a member for 7 months now, says Bruno on, get Tino on now. Bruno on fire, get Tino on now for Burn. I mean, Barnes has looked seriously lively again when he's come on.
Yes,
he's causing a lot of havoc down that left-hand side. He's done more than Miggy's. He's done more than Miggy's done all game, Billy. Already,
yeah, he's just so clever, isn't he? And his technical abilities, streets ahead of anything else we've got on the side. I've got to say, on the flanks, and Matt Salves reversed the type there. But yeah, his technical ability on the flanks. He's got more technical ability than Gordon, even.
Yeah. Well, they're looking at that penalty incident again, Billy, on the TV. I mean, I don't know. George, thanks so very much for another super chat. He says, "Can we keep this up? Bruno on a hat trick." I mean, I don't know what Dubravka's doing, raising his right arm again.
I did predict 3-2. Actually, this is my goals. I said there'd be lots.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's a strange one, that penalty incident for me, Billy, because I don't really know what Dubravka's doing, putting his right arm up. Just keep it. There was no need to raise your arm again.
No, but I think Eddie has to be cute here with his substitutes. A brilliant play that is.
I tell you what, that's superb from. Was it Bruno? I thought that was
Bruno and Miley between them. There, Bruno's little chest off to Miley.
Yep, and now Longstaff. We're playing some good stuff here. Here's Gordon now,
yes,
to the floor, and a free kick to Newcastle
on his ankle. Yeah, that's him. That'll be him done now.
And I think it is going to be another yellow card. I think, yeah. Oof.
Murillo knew exactly what he was doing there.
Yeah.
Tell you what, another yard. He was in the box.
He was indeed. Painful one for Gordon, but he gives the thumbs up. I think Murillo's been booked out. We haven't had any confirmation of that yet.
I'm pretty sure he has.
Okay, well, I'll mark him down as a booking. Well, I tell you what, Billy, this is a dangerous place for a free kick. Right on the edge of the box here. Trippier can float. Does he play it in with pace? Does he float it in? He's got options here.
Well, we've got the height advantage. But it's one of those that look like it could be bent in with pace. That'd be the advanced one for me, and see where the ricochet goes to. I don't know, it's a silly thing saying that because it won't go in our favour, but you never know.
In comes the free kick right to the back post. It's over everybody. However, Barnes is there, and he rolls it back to Gordon. A couple of chatters saying that Dubravka's arm just simply bounced back up, Billy, because when he hit the floor, it was a natural reaction for his arm to bounce back up, which could be right. If you're diving off to your left, that does sometimes happen.
Yeah.
Here's Anthony Gordon. Lovely ball across to Kieran Trippier. Trippier now. Harvey Barnes in space on the left. Barnes, little nod into the box. See, where's Callum?
Yeah, Callum should be there for that. He should have gone near post there. There's no way he's going to receive the ball standing on two defenders, I've got to say.
Longstaff. I think Longstaff's done okay today, Billy. I'm quite happy with his performance.
Game. I really do.
He is Sven Botman for Newcastle United. Over 2,200 watching. Thanks again for your magnificent support on the channel and joining us for the game. Please do subscribe if you're new. Bottom right, click the logo, click subscribe.
Oh, you've got to do better than that, Longstaff. Just praised you for Christ's sake.
We commentators curse there. Please do keep the thumbs up coming in as well if you are enjoying the stream. And, of course, the super chats. Oh, he's got through very easy. Nuno there into the box, onto his left. And he's hit a wild shot, high and wide. And a defender shot that, Billy, thank God.
The concern now he got in, I've got to say.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Bruno doing that kind of defensive stuff.
I think Nuno, it's safe to say, Billy, lost his head there.
That's the second one
Ike for Prime Minister, thank you for your super chat. He says Cloughie will be turning in his grave at the dirtiness. Well, I think he's from Nottingham Forest. Anyway, Yates has come off, and replacing Yates is Reina.
Mackham.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Claudio Reina's son, of course. I think he signed him from Borussia, didn't they? Yeah, he was. Yeah. Poor lad. He's now on the pitch as Cher clips the ball forward to Callum Wilson in absolute acres of space. But again, just easily tackled. That's not good enough, Callum. Graham Ritchie, thank you for your super chat. We need to free more often. Great commentary as Hudson-Odoi goes on a little run, but we managed to get the ball back.
Brilliant from Gordon, that. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was.
Cher's
got to be careful. No fouls.
Come on, referee.
Wow. I mean,
absolute shocking decision.
Graham Ritchie says we need to free up Bruno more often. Great commentary, lads. Thank you, bud.
It's a shocking decision that can say that.
How is that not a foul? That is a blatant push and trip from Origi. And the Newcastle players, all with their arms out, saying, well, hang on a minute. Anyway, long throw into the box again. Good header away. Comes loose. Shot comes in. Bounces around. Cleared again from Newcastle. Gibbs White gives chase.
Bruno on the press now.
Bruno on the... indeed. And this might have to go all the way back to Matt Sells. And it does indeed. Great work from Bruno.
Wow.
And Sells again.
It's Wimbledon, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what. He's got some kick on him now, Matt Sells. That's incredible. Alanga trying to get the ball. Good work from Dan Burn. Yeah, he certainly did.
Just who thinks a touch, though? Don't just lump it down the field for no one.
Yep. Here come Nottingham Forest again. Ball played forward. Oh, it's come loose. It's loose. And Origi is wild, but it deflected over the bar. And I think it was Botman who just stuck his leg out while he was on the floor, Billy.
I hope it was his leg.
In fact, it's Dan Burn throws himself in front of it. It clips off Burn, then hits Botman and flies over the bar. Brave stuff that from Burn. I'm telling you, to get in the way of that shot. But a corner for Nottingham Forest. Hanging on a little bit here, Newcastle, to be fair.
Yeah, we just got to defend properly. Burn is blown out of his arse, I've got to say.
In comes the corner, high towards the back post. Burn is there with a header, but it's gone straight up in the air. Dubravka comes. It's an awful punch from Dubravka. And it was a terrible effort on goal. And had it not, a bit more sense, he could have just clipped that into the top of the net.
What did we didn't catch it?
Well, good work by Anthony Gordon again, stopping the cross coming across. Williams will let it run out for another throw into Nottingham Forest, and they'll let Niakate come across for the long throw.
It's very Route 1, I have to say.
Well, it's Nottingham Forest at the end of the day. See who the manager is, Billy. You know, he likes playing that way.
Yeah.
It's effective in a way for Forest today. They've caused us some problems as it comes into the box again. Burn is there with another header. Williams now tries to get the byline. Barnes won't let him get there. And it comes again into the penalty area. Away again, this time by Botman. Comes loose again. I have to say, it's brilliant defending from Newcastle. Winning everything in the air. The Forest are trying. Domingue now back to, he has to go back to his centre-backs. Here's Nuno, the left-back.
He's had a couple. Defend too deep. I just don't want to defend too deep and now just allow them to come onto us. I don't want to see that. We've been done by that before, so...
You know what I would do now, Billy? I'd take Wilson off and I'd put Gordon up front.
I think I would. That's a great ball.
That's a ball through, but this time Dubravka quick off his line. Bring Callum off. He's not effective at all.
No, he's not.
And put Gordon there. Bring on Livramento to play on the right.
Murphy,
yeah. You've got two options there. That would seem to be the one because, the ball is coming to... we're just losing the ball now every time.
Yeah, Forest don't look great himself, to be honest. Yeah,
we've gone into a shell here, and I don't like when we go into a shell. As Gibbs White plays it down the right-hand side, I think he's overhit that. Yes, he has. Goal kick to Newcastle.
Yeah, there's definitely changes to be made here, and they're making changes.
It's Forest that are going to make another change.
Danilo.
Yeah.
Who's 16? Is that Dominguez coming off?
Domingue, yeah. Dominguez is coming off. He's had a decent game. A few nasty little fouls, but on comes Danilo. And no response from Newcastle at the minute. And I'm a little surprised, Billy. I have to say that we've only seen the one sub.
Yes.
Fabian Schär on the ball now. Plays it upfield. That's an awful stinking pass. A really bad pass. And Forest are in the air. Good block. Brilliant block from Botman. Hudson-Odoi cuts across the penalty area. Yeah, good work that by Newcastle to force him back, but he's still on the ball. Out wide to the right-hand side. Williams heads it back in towards Alanga. Burn is there for Newcastle United. He's got to make a change, Billy. This is where we get frustrated.
This is the PSG thing all over again, isn't it?
Yep. Here's Hudson-Odoi again. He cuts onto his right, swings the ball in. Now that Origi's there, they've definitely got an option in the middle, Billy.
Yeah.
Gibbs White tries to thump one from 35 yards. Well blocked from Miley. Niakate picks it up for Forest. Inside to Gibbs White now. Gibbs White across to this near side. Again, look at the gaps. There's gaps there. It's that's horrific. Williams now on the edge of the box. Burns done well to regroup, to be honest, and forced him back. But it was a terrible clearance. Gibbs White now. Williams, he will try and send the ball in. He's got to cut back on his left foot, though. Floats it in. Longstaff heads it away for Newcastle. Danilo holds held up Bruno very well there. And Forrest played out to the left to Hudson-Odoi again. Odoi skipped. He's clipped by Anthony Gordon. Free kick to Forrest. He's got to change it, Billy.
He's trying to get him booked here, look.
I mean, it was hardly a vicious foul, was it? It was just he just caught him with a little bit late with a trip there.
I don't think he's even touched him, has he?
I'm not sure.
No, he's not touched him.
Wow, that's a dive. Wow.
He's making out he's injured, the cheating little so-and-so.
Wow.
Trying to get him booked. So what an absolute shit show that is.
And Livramento is coming on. Now, who is coming off is the question.
It may well be Gordon.
Well, he's not going to change it yet because obviously we've got a Forest free kick to defend here. It's going to be Gibbs White to float it in towards the back post.
That's a push.
Headed back across. And I think it's Dan Burn again with a header away there. I'll tell you what, Billy. I mean, Burns made some very, very good defensive headers in the second half.
He might go 5 at the back here. It's
Miley coming off.
Yeah, he's going to go 5 at the back, isn't he? Burns going to go as a third centre half, and Livo's going to go over a left wing back, and Bruno will come back into the Miley position, I guess. But we've had a good game today, Miley.
He's definitely had a good game, Billy. Totally agree.
Yes, he'll be very proud of his efforts tonight, defensively and with the ball at his feet too.
But I don't see the point of keeping Wilson on, Billy. He's done nothing in this game. I know he's the only striker we've got, but at the same time, put Gordon through the middle and bring Jacob on.
Well, I hope this could be an attacking move as well as a defensive one. I hope we can get forward a bit more at the back and the wing backs, Trippier and Livramento, getting forward and maybe getting some crosses for Wilson. Mate, sit down. Looks like he's at Sherwood Forest.
I don't know what's going on there, whether there's a medical problem or what. The linesman was saying get on with the game. I'm not sure whether somebody's took a tumble there.
Yeah.
However, the game will go on. And it's going to be a long throw into the Newcastle penalty area again. It's not really dealt with. It's bouncing around. And then I think it's...
And this is the problem about having everyone behind the ball. It was straight back.
And that's going to be a goal kick. Definitely. And Williams is furious with it, but it's definitely a goal kick. I mean, I could see that from here, you bellend.
Mank.
Shut up and get on with the game. 8 minutes of normal time to go, and Newcastle lead by 3-2 here at the City Ground. I mean, the goals we've scored today have been superb, by the way. The goals we've conceded have been horror shows, but anyway.
Well, they've been very lucky goals, haven't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Well played, that is.
That was Dan Burn again. Played out now to Kieran Trippier on this near side. Trippier will roll it back to Fabian Schär. Schär looks to get it away first time, looking for the ball. It's a ball down the right-hand side. And again, it's just scrappily bouncing around the middle. Longstaff does really well there to get the ball to Barnes. Barnes then on to Livramento. Livramento now. He's got Barnes on the overlap. Gives it to Barnes. Harvey Barnes for Newcastle. No, brings it back. Longstaff feeds it on to Bruno. Bruno back to Botman on the halfway line. Botman plays it out to the left, looking for Livramento. His touch is heavy and played away by Gibbs White, but Botman again makes the interception as Origi was trying to break through there. And forward come Newcastle again. Down the line now for Anthony Gordon. Deep in the Forest half towards the byline. Gordon cuts back onto his left foot, plays it inside now to Sean Longstaff. Rolls it off to Bruno. Bruno inside to Trippier. Trippier back to Schär. Schär now on the halfway line. Newcastle competently keeping the ball here and forcing Forest to chase around after the ball. Brilliant play from Newcastle. And here's Tino Livramento now. Cuts it back now to Dan Burn. Burn then goes back to Sven Botman. Botman with a lot of time just lays it back to Dan Burn. Burn spins on the ball down the line again to Tino Livramento. Livramento has Barnes in support now. Barnes, that's a nice turn. Holds the ball, lays it into Longstaff across to Bruno, who's now got a lot of space on the halfway line. I mean, I don't know how many passes Newcastle have put together here, Billy, but it is quite a lot.
We seem to have an extra man at the moment, don't we? With that little system tweak.
Absolutely. Bruno now to Gordon. Gordon's took a heavy touch, and finally Forrest get the ball back. That's not a foul, referee.
No, Ryan Godfrey who's making that. That's bollocks, that is.
The ball had gone out of play. What a melon head, seriously. Unbelievable.
Oof. Nearly went that back there.
Yep. Guys, please keep subscribing to the channel. Bottom right-hand corner. Come and be part of this incredible community. And, of course, give us the thumbs up if you're enjoying the commentary today. And keep the super chats coming in, guys. Guaranteed to get your comment read straight out. $sign at the bottom of the live comments. Thank you so much for everything today. Origi plays it back now to Danilo. Danilo to Nuno. Forest, they've just lost a bit of that edge, Billy.
Well, I think the tactical change that Eddie's done there has helped with that. Great little foot in there from Kieran. Oh, well played, Sean. Oh, that's a foul, ref. You can't slide through the back of someone to win the ball. I'm sorry, Taylor. Do you know the pissing rules or not?
Well, clearly not. That's offside. And indeed, it is offside.
Doing. You're offside, mate.
Yes,
good line from him. I've quite enjoyed his performance today. He's riled the Nottingham Forest fans, that's for certain. Yeah,
but he's riled them, but he's made the right decisions. I mean, he's got the offsides absolutely bang on so far, Billy.
Yes, spot on.
As it stands, Nottingham Forest are in 16th in the Premier League. Only 2 points away from Everton. Well, yeah.
Forest, of course, are going to have a points deduction at some point as well.
So are Everton again.
Yeah.
But still nothing on Man City, incidentally, which is strange, that, isn't it? As Forest come away with the ball now, breaking over the halfway line is Gibbs White. He had Williams to his right, doesn't use him, spins back to Danilo now in the middle, plays it out, to this near side for Nuno. Inside, Forest trying to put a move together. Hudson-Odoi, Reina tries a little 1-2 with Nuno. Nuno is then blocked off by Trippier. Brilliant defending by Kieran Trippier. And Anthony Gordon will take the foul. Well,
he didn't give it.
How on earth? I mean,
Shocking.
Listen, it's coming. Wilson's just doing nothing, Billy. I mean, he's I'm sorry.
I don't know what he's supposed to do there, to be fair to him.
I know, but he's trying. He's just not an outlet at the minute. He's not the outlet that we need. We need a bit of pace, and we'll get the ball and run with it. Anyway, Forest on the edge of the box with Reina. Reina trying to go through about 5 players. Still got the ball. Gives it to Odoi. Crossed in. And it's a good header by Botman. And then Shea gets his boot behind it. High into the Nottingham sky. And
I'll do this.
Hudson-Odoi can't control the ball. Claims he was fouled. No, you just miscontrolled it, you melon.
What a plum he is.
Well, I mean, he's twisting on. He was fouled there, Billy. He just lost the ball. Brilliant defending by Botman again. Getting in front of Origi. Absolutely superb defending.
He's been outstanding again tonight, hasn't he, Botman?
Oh.
World-class centre-back.
Inside the last 3 minutes now of normal time. And Callum Wilson has the ball for Newcastle. And again, this time he's yanked to the floor. Foul, says the referee.
What's he got a card, ref?
It's got to be. It's Gibbs White. And again, we're clear down the left-hand side. Had he got through there?
Been booked. Bottled it. Been booked. Yellow card all day long, that.
Of course it's a yellow card.
Yellow card all day long. Knew exactly what he was doing. He'd been booked. Shocking refereeing from the Mank again.
There's not that much in it, but he did force Wilson to the floor. And again, stopped a breakaway for Newcastle.
Well, Livramento was free down the far side. He was
completely free down the left.
On goal. Yeah. That's a yellow card. He's done that on purpose. It's a strategic yellow card.
Wonderful ball by Shea across to Livramento. Back to Bruno. Longstaff plays it out to Dan Byrne. Byrne again down the line to Livramento. Inside. Oh, lovely 1-2 between Barnes and Livramento. Barnes now clips it in, but again, it's played behind Gordon. In comes
well in there, Sean
Longstaff to cause problem. That's a terrible touch. Gordon out to the byline, tries to whip a cross in, deflected out for a throw into Newcastle. And a lovely 1-2 between Barnes and Livramento. Billy set Barnes away and again just played it behind.
But again, the work of Longstaff there was absolutely terrific to win the ball in a fantastic
won the ball back, didn't he? Yeah. Here's Anthony Gordon. Clips it in towards. I'm not sure, but the linesman says it's still in play. I thought that went out, to be fair, but Newcastle putting a good move together here. Gordon, can't get through.
Oh, don't be doing that.
Well, Hudson-Odoi grabbed the ball there before the referee blew the whistle.
What's the linesman flagging a free kick?
God,
scandalous refereeing yet again. I mean, if Gordon had fouled him. Had he touched him, he would have probably been booked for that.
Yeah.
And he's only 2 away from the ban, isn't he? So
He certainly is. As Newcastle, we're inside the last minute. Newcastle still lead 3-2 here at the City Ground. Bruno with 2 brilliant goals for Newcastle. Share with a fabulous finish as well. And you know, it wasn't the best start of the second half, but I think we've done it enough, Billy. I think we've played quite well. And again, Forest throwing themselves to the floor looking for a free kick. It doesn't come. As the 90 minutes tick over, let's see how long we've got of additional time.
It'll be a fair hefty chunk of it.
6 minutes. Yeah. 6 minutes left of this game now.
This one out for a change, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, absolutely. Reina plays it out wide. Forest, certainly, they're not in the right place, but they need to come forward, and they're trying to drive forward now. Clipped in, good defending, Fabian Schär. Gordon to Trippier, who just leathers it forward, high into the sky. Wilson tries to bring it down, but that's, again, you see what I mean there, Billy?
Yeah, he's
just lost the ball there. He should have had that great tracking back, Anthony Gordon. Brilliant work. And Gibbs White has gone down, and you stayed down, you little ferret. Oh, just couldn't play it through to Wilson.
Oh, he nearly went it back as well. We've got too many
brilliant defending now. There's nothing wrong with Gibbs White. He's back on his feet.
Well, now they've got the ball.
Elanga now. Elanga into the box. Elanga pulls it back. It's brilliant defending again. And it's Dan Burn this time.
He's
brilliantly covering his centre backs.
Yes, he's been outstanding. Well, he's playing as a third one now, isn't he? So we should be able to defend.
Hudson-Odoi back to Gibbs White. About 20 yards out. Gibbs White! Just White! That was close, Billy.
Well, he should be on the pitch.
Well, that's very true, but it was a wonderful effort. But this is Elanga's run, and Newcastle couldn't stick a leg out. The Decent pulls it back for Origi, but Dan Burn had done brilliantly covering back. Just seeing the Gibbs White effort again.
Never anywhere near.
Yeah, okay, Billy. As we're going to see Emil Kraft now taking the field, and Anthony Gordon's come off. Interesting, no Jacob Murphy today, Billy. And still no Lewis Hall, of course, but I don't know what the point is of Lewis Hall these days.
We're going to 6 at the back now, are we?
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
Absolutely. 4 of the additional minutes still to go.
How we hold, I guess. You keep what we got.
Burn again wins the header. Oh, that was a nasty one. Long stuff, but he's just gone down again. He can't get up.
That looks a head injury as well, referee.
It is a head injury, and Bruno now. Oh, brilliant strength from Bruno, and clips it over to Callum Wilson. Wilson now. Oh,
good defending.
It's still there. It's still there. Yeah, it is. Murillo, but good work by Wilson. And
we'll have a corner instead. We'll have a corner instead. That's brilliant from Wilson.
It is. That's what I like to see from Callum Wilson. The physical side, not giving it up. Bruno down in the haunches here.
He's the man of the match right there.
Oh, without a doubt. He's been brilliant today. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the Newcastle fans in full voice.
Can we see Proudlock today?
Well, he says he's at the front again, so I mean, the chances are he'll get on somewhere.
And there's Dark Destroyer.
Well, there's James Corden again. We've seen him a few times on the away trips. Well, Newcastle definitely taking the time over this free kick. Corner, as Callum Wilson now holds it up at the corner flag. What's he giving that for? Well, Wilson's going to get booked there because he's kicked the ball away. That's a silly booking, Callum. No need for that.
We'll probably add on 20 minutes as well for the time wasting. But let's keep them boxed in here.
Yeah, well, take your time drying the ball on your shirt, mate. No problem at all down there. Longstaff wins it again. Long ball into the area towards Wilson. Battling for the ball. Livramento flicked on by Bruno. Looking for Barnes on the left. Barnes can't keep it in, but yeah. Good work by Harvey Barnes.
Let's box him in again then. They've only made 5 yards.
Same again. We're inside the last 2 minutes of the additional 6 now. Dan Burn.
Very
Another
good.
throw into Nottingham Forest.
People have criticised Burn for the first goal, and probably rightly so.
Well, I think he's been
been
excellent
superb.
second half. I really do.
Superb.
Some of the clearances, he's got his head to everything that's come into the box, and he's made 2 brilliant tackles covering for his centre backs as well. So, no complaints today from me. I think he's been excellent. Crossed into the box towards the back post, Livramento. That's a brilliant header, and Harvey Barnes will just play it gently up to Bruno. Bruno's got players coming towards him. Forward now to Wilson. Harvey Barnes has gone like 100 miles an hour down the left-hand side here. Barnes goes up against Gibbs-White. Barnes will just hold it up. 2 players that come across. Great play by Harvey Barnes and wins the throw into Newcastle.
The ball had gone out, I think, when we had it, but I'm not going to.
I don't care, Billy. I do not care. We're in the last minute now of additional time. Still, Newcastle lead 3-2. Bruno on his haunches again, absolutely knackered. But what a shift he's put in this evening, Billy.
Phenomenal. 2 fantastic goals and just a performance to ooze over, really. He's been superb.
Yep. And this will then make it 3 unbeaten in the Premier League, Billy.
Well, good serve from Wills. We'll have a corner for that. Ooh.
He's taking a little bit of a pull on his nipple there by the looks of things. He's been through worse than that. The 6 minutes are up, so this is going to be interesting to see how long he waits. Let's see what happens here. Well, handbags.
Well, I mean, time, so how long is he going to have on this time, I wonder?
Well, not very long. Oh, I thought he blew there, Billy, and then he changed his mind.
Well,
where's this additional time coming from?
Well, again, this is what happened in the first half.
Into the box, headed away. Bruno needs to put his foot through it. Just put your foot through it. It's done, mate. Well, who am I to tell him? He's given it back to Kieran Trippier. Trippier then launches it forward. And that is the final whistle. No, he's still playing on.
Still playing. What's he playing at here?
And we have the ball back again.
Surely he's going to blow now.
Still he won't blow the full-time whistle. I mean, there's nobody there for Newcastle. That is it. Newcastle have won. And, well, let's be honest, it was a good performance at the end of the day for Newcastle United. We had to ride our luck at times, but 2 marvellous goals from Bruno and a lovely finish from Fabian Schär gives us the win. It's 3-2 at the City Ground. Billy Bob.
Yeah, an outstanding performance. A war of attrition, really, second half, but we've come through with flying colours. We've defended really well second half, I think. They've not really looked like caused us many problems. But Bruno Guimaraes today has been absolutely phenomenal. 2 great goals. A great goal from Fabian Schär. The referees allowed them to play when he should have had a couple of them off, really. No doubt in my mind that Morgan Gibbs-White should have been off. Yeah. But the referee's been awful. Ryan Yates got away with murder as well. But there you go. 3 points for Newcastle United, and that's a well-worthy 3 points for me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Forest fans will point to a penalty incident. They'll feel they've been hard done by, but I don't think so. I think the viewers are right in the comments when they said, Dubravka dived and then his arms bounced up. VAR didn't give it at the end of the day. Edward Gorm, thank you for your super chat. Bruno's match, he says. I can't disagree with that at all.
No, I think we've got to give the manager some fantastic credit for that system change, for his way he's managed the game as well. Outstanding performance from the manager. And let's give a bit of credit for the left back as well, who's defended superbly second half.
Took
and
a lot of flack.
First half too.
Yeah, he's took a lot of flack from obviously a lot of people, including us, and saying he shouldn't have started. And look, it looked that way at one stage where he was done for their first goal. However, I thought he was magnificent second half. His clearances, he was first to the ball for everything in that second half, and credit to him, Billy, because he just knuckled down and defended.
Yeah, there's been a few of the players that we've been, apart from Miggy. I mean, he was awful for the whole game, but I mean, Longstaff superb second half as well. Yeah, very good performance, very good defensive performance. Fantastic goal.
Just a few comments. Wilson's getting treatment at the end of the game. I think that's just for the handbags at the end with the defender. Anyway, let's bring in Stato. Alex, a 3-2 win, a brilliant second goal from Bruno. And I think all in all, it deserved 3 points.
I don't know about that. I think that could. I think 3-3 would have been. They had all the ball at the end. They created a lot, but we did well defensively.
Alex, you'd expect that.
Well, we were working towards being a very dominant team, and we're not able to do that. But it is a big 3 points away from home, considering the personnel not available. Very, very impressive. I think Eddie Howe's answer to Burn being deficient late on is bring Tino and put wing backs on, which fine. We need something to address it, and he did eventually. Gordon's race was run. He should have been subbed a little bit earlier, in my opinion, maybe for Murphy or Kraft, whichever way you're going to go. He cost us a few counter-attacks in the 5-minute spell, which you can't really blame on him. If he's knackered, he's knackered. The manager needs to take him off. But yeah, again, it was the whole experiment of, we know Bruno's got more going forward. What about putting Bruno further forward? He scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
I think
George,
that's
thank
answered
you
the
for your
question.
super chat. Yeah, indeed. George says, great 3 points. Well played, all of them. And Alex, we just talked about Dan Burn before you came on there. I mean, I thought he was magnificent second half. Got his head to every cross and covered brilliantly for his centre-backs twice to make clearances. And, whatever we think of his pace, his defending in the second half there was really good.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they didn't trouble him in those areas again in the second half, really. So they troubled him in ways that are easy for him to deal with. And he was magnificent in the box, swatting everything away. It was brilliant. However, he wasn't dealt the same, problems he was in the first half. And that's why Dan Burn is great at certain things and will be really useful to us against certain opposition.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel really harsh because did he have a great second half? Yeah, absolutely. But they also weren't pinging balls into the space for Elanga anymore. So
yeah,
they tried to a little bit.
Well, they went more centrally, didn't they? They hit over the top straight through for bloody Owoniyi.
Yeah, I don't know how Botman. Who was it that Botman won a foot race with a few weeks ago? He won a foot race against somebody ridiculously fast, and then he lost the foot race against Owoniyi today, which is a bit odd. I think he just got. Well, Owoniyi is a good player, so
yeah.
Well, he got back and got a foot in, didn't he? So
he did. William Emery, thank you for your super chat, much appreciated. Coach Austin, thank you for yours. He says Bruno brought me £101 scoring 2. Great win. Well done, matey. What did you make of the penalty incident, Alex?
I mean, if you're a Forest fan, I can see why they'd be a little bit frustrated with it. But I think, again, we're going to be biased with our opinions, aren't we? But I feel like he's really looked for it. Do we really want that in the game? Probably not. But I can see why a lot of people maybe think it is. I don't think it is. I think he's taken quite a few steps. It was fairly clean. The ball was gone.
He messed up, didn't he? He completely messed up when he went through.
He stumbled into the... I mean, if Ryan Fraser didn't get us some of those penalties against City last year and the year before, then I'm sorry, but that's not a penalty either. So,
Spike Milligan, thank you for your super chat. A win even when the ref gave Nottingham Forest a chance to get even. That ref is shit, to say the least. Well, we know what Anthony Taylor's like.
I don't know how Morgan Gibbs watched out on the pitch. I mean, that foul on Wilson after being booked, it's a blatant yellow card, and he's fudged it.
It's a professional foul.
Yates came off without receiving a booking.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that's all staggering to me and staggering to everybody. But listen, it's a win at the end of the day, and we have to be really pleased with that. Difficult circumstances, Forest coming back twice, but again, we showed resilience, and we came back to win the game. Brilliant performance from Bruno. 2 stunning goals. A brilliant goal from, of course, Fabian Schär as well. And we take the 3 points. And whichever way you look at it now, we've got 7 points out of 9. Let's not be too disappointed now with the Luton result. It could have been 9 out of 9, yes, but we didn't expect to win at Villa. Let's be honest. Nobody expected us to win at Villa, but we did. So we got 7 points out of the last 9. And that's a confidence builder, surely.
Yeah, it's really important points-wise. The performances hopefully will come with returning players. I mean, I think the general consensus is Willock is back very soon. Possibly Anderson too. Give us a little bit more umph in midfield. Like today, we didn't really have that. I thought Miley was magnificent, but the game seems to get away from him. When we get to about 70 minutes, where physically struggles, positionally struggles.
But that's understandable with him being just 17. Like that'll come, won't it?
Absolutely. It's not a criticism by all means, but the option is we always have to take him off and bring in a fullback or something because we just don't have the personnel. So hopefully, when we get Willock and Anderson back, we can make the relevant changes, and then because we won't be able to give up because we gave up so much control of that game. the last half an hour. Whereas if we had other players like Anderson, Willock, Joe Linton, Tonali to bring on, we'd be able to still control the game, keep the ball, and maybe even go for a fourth. So,
well, it's we have to be. I'm really pleased, to be honest. I'm really pleased with the result. I'm really pleased with the performance in general. Yes, there were certain things that maybe could have been better. Certain players could have played better. I thought, Callum didn't really do it for me today. Miggy certainly not. And I think he was right to change Miggy. I think Miggy should have been off at half-time. But, of course, Eddie won't make changes at half-time. We know that. But at the end of the day, it's 3 points. Are you guys doing a reaction on Patreon tonight?
We will be indeed.
Okay. I'll be doing an immediate one straight away on YouTube. So that'll be uploaded tonight, as will Billy and Alex's reaction over on Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, a small fee a month, and you get a lot more content from the Toon Review away from the camera. Lots of podcasts on there. Legends with Billy and Tom. You've got loads of stuff on there with match reactions, and there's more to come as well. So if you're not a Patreon member, go and have a look at it. It's the link is in the description, of course. But I will let you know on all the socials when those two match reactions are up on YouTube and on Patreon, of course. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you so much for all your super chats, new memberships, and of course, a big welcome to all our new subscribers as well. Welcome to the channel, and hope you enjoy being a subscriber of the Toon Review. Thank you to the mods. Yeah, you've been superb again. Billy and Alex, thank you very much. But to you guys out there, over 2,500 watching again, absolute legends. Thank you for all your support today. We'll be back with a match reaction tomorrow night, of course, at 7 o'clock. But keep an eye open on Facebook, Twitter, etc. And we'll let you know when the match reactions are live for you to go and listen to and watch. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Good night.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out the